It's the real deal for car insurance. State Farm agent Andy Daniels is ready to help you save in Indianola. Call Andy today at 662-887-1578. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
When it comes to your health, nobody beats the home team at South Sunflower County Hospital. When you have a minor emergency, waiting to be seen can be a real pain. That's why you need Delta Primary After Hours Clinic. You'll love the convenience and personal attention that can only be found at South Sunflower County Hospital. You'll also have peace of mind knowing that you'll have immediate access to our full scope of hospital services. Visit your winning team at www.southsunflower.com. South Sunflower County Hospital, your hometown hospital.
Are you looking for another choice for your prescription needs? Try any of your local Good Neighbor pharmacies and experience the difference your friends and neighbors are already enjoying. Your local Good Neighbor pharmacies serving the Delta with 5 convenient locations. City Drugstore, Hollandale, Cleveland Medical Arts, Cleveland, GMP Pharmacy, Belzona, Yazoo Drug Company, Yazoo City, Magic Mart Pharmacy, Indianola. Your Good Neighbor Pharmacy where you get same copay and better service. Experience the Good Neighbor difference. Bring your prescriptions in today. Your local Good Neighbor pharmacies serving the Delta with 5 convenient locations.
For over 100 years, Planters Bank has been committed to offering full-service banking in Sunflower County. I'm Will McDowell, Vice President of Planters Bank in Indianola. From sponsoring a variety of community events to high school sports, we are proud supporters of all things Indianola. If you need a loan, checking account, or any other banking service, please visit us at either of our convenient locations in Indianola. Planters Bank, proud supporter of the Indianola Academy Colonels. Planters Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
And we're back here in Washington School for the Indianola Academy Colonels and Washington School Generals getting ready to kick off here. And we're getting ready for some football tonight. And I believe the Colonels are lining up thinking, I guess we may be doing the national anthem once again.
I think they're just used to a routine, and they're not. Well, the referees are too. So
yeah,
we support our troops around here. We'll double dip on the American flag and the national anthem.
Yeah, well, actually, we'll go back to the station for one more 1-minute break while we do the national anthem here. You're listening to IA Colonel Football on 96.9 Super Talk for the Delta.
Hey, Cooper, we've been talking about our Pabst store Robertson floor service for a long time.
Olivia, there is a reason the people in the Delta shop with our Pabst.
You know it!
We carry all type of floor, carpet, ceramic, wood, tile, and vinyl plank. We also sand, refinish hardwood concrete, and brick floors.
For all your flooring needs, come see us at Robertson Floor Service.
And get a free Coke. And by the way, the estimates are free.
Robertson Floor Service Indianola, voted the best of the best for 2 years in a row.
Hi, I'm Bailey at Bill's Body Shop in Ruleville, and we want to fix your car. We're a family-owned business that has long served the Delta with quality vehicle repairs. My grandfather started this business in 1972 with quality being his top priority. My dad has followed his lead for more than 20 years, proving to be committed to superior work. As a third generation, we are continuing the tradition of exceptional bodywork and excellent customer service. Give us a call today at 662-756-2745. You won't be disappointed.
And we're back here at Washington School getting ready to kick off. They did a little fake out. They didn't do the national anthem, but Guy Burke sang at the top of his lungs. I hate you guys missed it. It was a beautiful sight. The heavens opened up as he was singing, and the angels joined in the choir with him.
Glory.
It was glorious. Too bad nobody recorded it. Washington Generals are going to be kicking off from their 40-yard line. They're going to be kicking right to left as you look at your radio dial.
Yeah, girls have to be aware of this short kick or maybe an onside kick.
And the normal folks are back. It's going to be Hagen Sheedy going to field it at the 26-yard line, do a little bobble, and gets his bearings about him, gets up to about the 31-yard line, and that is where the Colonels are going to start their first drive.
Yeah, high kick, and Alexander Robertson came down on the coverage to get Hagen Sheedy down, so number 5 tackled number 5. Not a big gain out there, so let's see what the Colonels can do as they get ready to come to the line.
Yeah, we talked to Coach Jeff Rainey before the game. We asked him, what is one word the Colonels have to do to win tonight? He said, dominate. And I said, are you sure? He said, that's what we're going to do. That's what we have to do.
He said it like this. He said, dominate.
Dominate. It was deep, much deeper than I could get. The Colonel's going to come to the line, 2 receivers to the left, and Killeberg's going to be in the shotgun. He's going to have Sheedy to his left, surveys the defense, calls for the snap, takes the handoff, and runs in behind Hagen Sheedy and barrels down and runs through a general, gets back about to the line of scrimmage. It's going to be 2nd and 10.
Yeah, a little miscommunication there, able to hold on to that ball. Looks like maybe got back to the line of scrimmage or close to the line of scrimmage, so not a lot doing on that first play for the Colonels as we get underway here at Huddleston Field in the first quarter.
Interesting accommodations tonight. Guy Burke is outside the booth, and I am inside the booth, and we're both calling the game. It's pretty cool here. Jeff Rainey.
We make it happen for our audience. Thank you for tuning in to Super Talk for the Delta, 96.9.
Yeah, that's right. Jeff Rainey is filming for the Colonels here and looking at the defense. Two receivers to the left. Again, the same formation, low snap. And this time, hands off to Sheedy, and he tries to go along the left-hand side. He's met by number 2, Cigna, drops down for a loss.
Yeah, just not a good, crisp, clean, executed snap. It was on the ground. Good hands by Ty Killebrew to get it up and get it off to Hagen Sheedy. He tried to get to the outside, but Ty Killebrew was able to bring him down, so a loss on the play. One of these times where you're behind the sticks and it's third down and extra long, so not a good start here to try to get momentum going on the road for the Colonels.
Yeah, 3rd and 13. I think you got to see what you have in the pass playbook at this point with the long distance, or maybe even take it out and go for a draw. It's going to be 2 receivers to the right, 1 left. Evan Burke isolated to the left side, actually trips to the right. And Killebrew calls the ball, empty backfield, rolls to his right, looking that way, finds Hagen Sheedy right at the 35-yard line, going to get just to the 35, be about 6 yards short, be a 4th and 6.
Yeah, got past the original line of scrimmage a few yards, but it's going to bring a punting situation there. Ty Cigna is on that stop again. Generals are quick to the ball, so the Colonels are going to have to secure the ball, make moves, because Generals will get there really fast.
It looks like there might be a penalty on play. It is a hold. They're going to decline that play.
Well, that's one thing we talk about when you're on the road. It's a pink flag.
Oh, sure.
So kind of hard to see out here.
There it is. I still can't see it.
So they're going to push the Colonels back. There was decline, so it's going to bring up 4th down.
Yeah, they're
punt situation.
Punt formation. And
so not the opening drive that you wanted on the first drive on the road here in Greenville.
No, it isn't. And Cigna, which is a name we're probably going to hear a lot tonight, he is lined up at the his own 30-yard line awaiting the punt from Killebrew, who stands at his 23. Arthur Cruz is checking out and making sure everything's good. It's called for the snap back, and it's going to be a knuckleball kick, and it's going to go out of bounds about the 37-yard line, and that's where the Generals are going to have their first start. So we'll get a first look at the offense under Prentice Doolittle. And Alex Morgan's going to be in the backfield with him, and Cigna. Those are the 3 names that I saw a lot on film. We'll be anxious to see how
it looks like there's a flag on the field. I'm not just exactly sure. It was a clean snap. Killebrew was able to get off. So an average punt, not a boomer by any means. But it's a warning against the sideline for the Generals, so it really doesn't mean much.
I never understood that. Like, is it that can you get like unlimited sideline warnings, or the second one you actually get a penalty?
Second one you get a 15-yard penalty, I believe.
Okay. I've never seen it enforced, I think, the second time. Oh, another round of hamburger haze is coming through. We better watch those long bombs. Might cut through the hazy fog. Generals are going to come out, 2 receivers to the right, 1 receiver left, and going to have an I formation beside the quarterback. Doolittle handoff is going to be to Morgan, and he's going to go up the middle. Hagen Sheedy going to jump on his back at the 40, bring him down to the 41-yard line, 4 yards short of the first down.
Yeah, quick handoff there to Morgan. Just a standard. They want to run fast. They're coming right back to the line to press the tempo. So Colonel's going to have to get set and ready here real quick against this offense.
He moves that I formation actually he's going to have his fullback right behind where his tight end will be, and there's going to be 2 receivers left, 1 to the right, handoff again, right up the middle, just testing that middle, and is going to find some space up to the 50-yard line, right at midfield. That's where Generals get a first down.
Yeah, Ty Killebrew in on that stop along with Graham Howard. So just a quick handoff, right up the gut, right up the middle, testing those young linebackers already. And the Generals are ready to go once again, and they have a game plan, and that game plan is to play fast.
Yeah, 2 receivers left, 2 receivers right, 1 left, I formation beside Doolittle, and he's looking for the snap, and it looks like they're trying to fill the gap with the linebacker and going to run that quarterback draw over to the left side, and he's going to head down the field. Graham Howard giving him chase, gets him by the shoelaces, but unable to get him down, and 18 is in for the touchdown.
Yeah, same play they ran last year at Legion Field. Just a quick fake to the running back, and then out to the outside, gets the edge, and then pretty much untouched until Graham Howard dives at his feet. So about 3 plays for the Generals, and they get into the end zone up 6-0 with an extra point coming.
Yeah, have that for 2 runs up the middle, and everybody commits to the middle. The outside opens up, and he finds a hole and gets 6. And trying to
just reading the end on that, and he read that the end collapsed going towards the middle, towards number 4, Max Morgan, and then took it to the outside and then took it to the house.
That's right. Extra point is good. 7-0 is the Generals' lead. When we come back, the Colonel will have their second possession. You're listening to IA Colonel Football on 96.9 Super Talk for the Delta.
Hi folks, Brady Smith with Sunflower Lumber and Home Center here to tell you about our company. Since the 1940s, Sunflower Lumber has been in the same location with the same mission we have today. That's customer service and satisfaction to the fullest. Our dedicated, knowledgeable staff is here to work for you, whether adding on to the hunting camp, updating your kitchen or bath, spring cleaning around your property, or replacing your roof. We're your first stop for all your project needs. Stop by today at 204 Highway 82 in Indianola or give us a call at 662-887-1511 and see what shopping local can do for you. That's Sunflower Lumber and Home Center, and go Colonels.
Credit card fraud can be a nightmare. While you may not be held liable, especially for larger charges, that doesn't mean that being a victim of credit fraud is a walk in the park. But don't worry, Guarantee Bank has got your back. Our fraud team monitors your card 24/7. If our team suspects a suspicious transaction on any of your GBT debit or credit cards, we'll notify you by text, phone call, or email. Contact your local branch to update your information. Guarantee Bank and Trust, member FDIC.
9:18 left here in the first quarter at Washington School, and they've just tacked on 7 points. Kickoff is going to be to Graham Howard Field at the 21-yard line, looking for a hole, and he finds one up the middle. He finds a little bit of a seam, some open space up to about the 44-yard line. Good starting field just for this second possession.
Yeah, no flags on the play there. Graham Howard takes it cleanly, makes a couple of cuts, gets to the outside, and gives the Colonels really good starting field position on their second drive of the game. After giving up that long touchdown run, they really need to come back, get a sustained drive together. You don't want to give Washington School another quick possession here. So a sustained drive with points is optimal. But really have to be careful here about going down 2 scores real quick.
Yeah, I tell you, every time Graham Howard touches the ball, I think one thing, he's fast. Man, I wish he could break one here. Let's see what happens on the second possession. Going to have isolation of Graham Howard out to the right side, 2 receivers to the left for Killebrew in the shotgun. And they're going to have Fitz Manning to his left. And he's going to fake the handoff to him and looking downfield, and he's looking at number 19 and number 5, Hagan Sheedy, and it's going to end up in the hands of number 10 for the Generals. And he's going to find his way on the left side, and he's going to be tackled by, it looks like Fitz Manning and Graham Howard both knocked him down. And ball came out, Generals fall back on it. They're back to the 35-yard line, and that's where they'll start their second possession.
Yeah, there's a flag on the play there, a blindside hit on, not sure who gave the hit, but it was on, took down Evan Burke, so that's going to bring that interception back, but it occurred after the interception there. So Killebrew, it looked like the receivers' routes were too close to one another, which brought in 2 defenders on the ball, made it a jump ball, and number 10 there. Rance Brown was able to come down with it and start his return.
Yeah, that's when I was looking at 2 receivers, I couldn't tell who exactly it was going to. Yeah, routes too close together. I think it was just trying to throw it up to see who would come down with it, and unfortunately the Generals did, and they're going to move it back. I believe they've got it right now at the 25-yard line. I'm not sure if that's where it'll end up being or not. Maybe didn't where the penalty occurred. And he's just made the call to the booth. Now they're going to walk it back from the 33, I believe, where the foul occurred.
So the Colonels have dug themselves a hole here with a turnover and a big play for the Generals. So they're going to have to really lock in and focus and try to just make a play here. It would be great to hold them and get a 3-and-out going here. This is a tall task on the road, and they're really going to have to sync up together and play together here.
Yeah, the 15 is where they're going to bring it back to. So that's where the starting field position will be for the Generals. Again, 2 receivers right, 1 left. Morgan to the right of Doolittle. Calling for the snap in the shotgun. Handoff up the middle, finds a hole. Graham Howard brings him down about the 24-yard line, almost the first down on the first carry.
Yeah, really just gashing the Colonels right now with that in-between the tackles run. So you got to think they're going to try to do something similar here, where either they fake the handoff up the middle and run with the quarterback like they did for the touchdown, or they're going to fake that and then look downfield for a pass at some point.
And they've gone to the spread formation, 2 receivers each side, twins left and right, and Morgan's going to be to his right. Doolittle shotgun, and he's calling for the snap, and fakes the hand, actually gives it to Morgan, and Morgan makes a move, goes along the left side, finds a little bit of a hole, and ball comes loose, and it goes Oh, out of bounds. Blaine Fleming looks like he tried to come up with it before he gets out of bounds. And they're going to call it general ball.
Yeah, that would have been a huge play for the Colonels. Unfortunately, the ball squirted out of bounds there. It looks like the referees are kind of talking about the placement, exactly where it goes, but not quite sure if Blaine got it in bounds. Oh,
it did, yeah.
Big play. They were able to rip the ball from Maxim, Oregon, and so the turnovers are 1-1 now, but the Colonels have a big opportunity to get back in this ball game here in the first quarter, down 7-0 with a big turnover.
He reached out with that big right bear paw and pulled it in. Looked like it was before he went out of bounds. Of course, I'm not as close as the referees are, so I'm glad they made the discussion to make the right call. And
yeah, they did a good job of having a little conference there on the field and then getting the call. The appropriate call made. So let's see if the Colonels can kind of shake off the cobwebs here for a minute, make a play and get some points on the board.
They are in Generals territory at the 38-yard line of the Generals, and that's where they'll start their third drive. 8:13 left in this first quarter as I peer over to the Tron. I'm not going to call it the Jumbotron. It's nice, but anyway, it's going to be Killebrew's going to take the ball and look the option and pitches it back to Hagen Sheedy, makes a man miss, puts it on the ground, and the Generals get it right back at the 32-yard line.
Man, it's just speechless.
Yeah,
just speechless.
Helmet hit the ball, and the ball came out.
Tough sledding for the Colonels. It doesn't seem like anything that happens good lasts for long in some of these games, and that was another example of that.
Well, I think Blaine Fleming, I think I saw him coming out yelling, I'm going to get that ball back. So I hope he's right. Here we go. General's going to line up again, and they're going to be at the 32-yard line. So it's pretty much about the same field position they would have had if they'd have gone out of bounds instead of in the hands of Blaine Fleming. They're going to go twins left and right. Morgan's going to be to the left of Doolittle in the shotgun, sending Cigna in motion. Ball is snapped but bobbled, and he's going to run to the left side, try to find some running room, and Killebrew's going to bring him down about the 35-yard line. So bad play and bad snap, but still making some positive gain out of it, 4 yards.
Yeah, probably ran about 20 yards for 4 yards, but the Colonels were able to corral him and kind of get him out of bounds there. He's a tall runner, a tall kid, and was able to make a move and carry some guys with him. So still positive yards there, about 3 yards for the Generals as they're up 7-0 here first quarter at Huddleston Field in Greenville.
2nd and 7, twins left and right. Morgan to the right of Doolittle in the shotgun as he surveys the defense, and he's calling for the snap back. Snap comes back. He's looking to pass, drops in the pocket, looks to the left, and throws it up. Number 10 was the intended receiver, a little high, and Killebrew was on coverage.
Yeah, Killebrew was right there. Kind of jumped in front, probably kind of messed the vision up for Rance Brown to catch that ball. So a good play by number 1, Ty Killebrew on defense here. The Generals are taking a little more time, not as up-tempo as their first drive here. Colonels really need to dig in and bear down and try to make something happen to get off this field.
Yeah, huge third down right here. 3rd and 7, and if they don't get it here, there's going to be a punting situation as long as there's no yardage gain on the play and on the other side of the field. So here's a chance for the Colonels to step up and take that mistake.
Yeah, I think you got to watch for Ty Cigna on a jet sweep or either Doolittle taking it, but it's going to be a timeout by the Generals because they know this is a big play for them.
That's right. So with timeout, we'll take it with them. You're listening to IA Colonel Football on 96.9 Super Talk for the Delta.
Playing defense doesn't have to be something you do with your bank. On the Community Bank team, our strategy is simple. We're here to cheer you on through every financial play call and every savings celebration. With over 100 years of knowledge and experience, our playbook knows when to run a blitz, call an audible, or throw a monetary Hail Mary. No matter what banking services you need, Community Bank is ready to coach you through it. Community Bank, committed to our community. Member FDIC.
Born and raised in the Delta, we get it. We understand your connection to this land because ours is just as strong. It's not only been our home for 7 generations, but the home of those we care about. We value the natural resources of the Delta and the joy they bring to us. Our goal every day is to nurture and protect those as we continue to provide the best services possible to our customers. That's Gresham Petroleum Company, Indianola. Call 887-2160. That's Gresham Petroleum Company.
And We're back here at Washington School. Colonel trying to stand strong here on third down, trying to turn around this start. Hopefully get some generation of yardage out of their offense if they get the stop here. Two receivers to the right, one to the left, I formation beside Doolittle. He's going to try to draw him off side, and it looks like he's able to do so. Defensive end jumped on the left side, I see.
Yeah, I'm not clear on that because they got back in their position.
Yeah. It's usually like if it makes the offensive lineman move and they don't get back in their position, but they just went ahead and called it. Kind of set up a third and...
Well, this is much more manageable, so you got to think Max Morgan gets the ball here, or it's a quarterback sneak up the middle.
Yeah, same formation as Doolittle is going to come up to the line, call for the snap. Snap goes low, handoff to Morgan, and who is back there? That is Carson Miller, the man we talked about before the game, slicing through the line. Big loss on the play, 37-yard line, 2-yard loss on the play, 4th and 4.
Yeah, Strain Howard was in there to help him as well, to kind of pasted the running back in the backfield, and it was all because of a bad snap. So you got to think Coach Lott is getting really frustrated with some of these bad snaps that his generals are showing out here. But maybe the Colonels can turn this around, cause it a punt here, and maybe get some positive things going on offense.
That was a big play.
Huge play by number 57, Carson Miller.
Shout out to his prowess back there in that backfield, keeping this hope for Colonel victory alive, as Graham Howard's going to be at the 25-yard line, getting ready to field the punt, and punter is going to be at the 23-yard line. A rainbow of a snap. And it's going to be Prentice Doolittle doing the punting duties. It's going to bounce at the 27 and roll dead there. It bounce up to 25, back to 27. So that's where it's going to be, 27-yard line.
Yeah, we kind of saw that opportunity to get pressure, and it was so close to being blocked. You don't want to run into the kicker, so it was a high kick, kind of a rainbow kick, and J.D. Bennett, number 30 for the Generals, was down there to stop the ball. So no return for the Colonels on that one. But still, I think that special teams opportunity is out there at some point if they can continue to get pressure there.
I think we're on pace for a record, guy. We've got 7 possessions in 5 minutes. That's impressive. The Colonel's going to start there 4.
Well, we've got 2 turnovers in 3 possessions. We need to cut back on that.
Now, let's see what the Colonels have here. That offset eye behind Killeberg under center. One receiver to the left and right. Howard's going to come in motion from the right to left. Put 2 receivers to the left. Handoff is going to be Fitz Manning, and he's going to run around the edge and cut it upfield and get to about the 27-yard line, 28-yard line. But there's going to be a flag in the backfield holding area.
Yeah, just another tough penalty against the Colonels there.
Looks like Blaine Fleming.
Some of them have been declined, but that one's going to be accepted. That's going to push us back to 1st and 20, and just got to execute better. I mean, this is not even close to the start you would have even hoped for on the road. This is not good, and so I don't know how Coach Nestor and his staff is going to turn it around. But these turnovers and these penalties putting your team in a really cumbersome situation on the road here in Greenville.
Yeah, let's see what the play call, if it is any different from what it was last. We got 1st and 20. Let's see what we have in our back pocket and what they're going to bring together. We're going around the edges.
What we need to bring together is a positive play. That's what we need to bring together.
High formation behind center, going old school here. 2 receivers to the left. Killeberg under center, sends Howard in motion, goes by the quarterback. Handoff is going to be to Sheedy, and that's going to be number 30. Oh, no, that's number 2, Signa, coming in on what corner blitz?
No, I think that was Parker Brown, number 8, just coming untouched in the backfield and pretty much met the running back as soon as he got the ball and put him on the ground. So missed assignment there once again by the Colonels. Going to push them back even further. Going to bring up 2nd down and here to Leland here in the first quarter, down 7-0.
It is a little bit of ways here, 2nd down. And, yeah, that was number 8. I need to get my eyes checked. But, yeah. I mean, he just streaked across the field and was able to make that.
Yeah, I mean, he just came in untouched and nobody was there.
2 receivers to the left, and Killeberg is going to go back to the shotgun, and he's going to have Sheedy beside him. Handoff, fakes the handoff, rolls to the left, looks, Fitz Manning and finds him. Catch is made. Ball goes down onto the ground. Yeah, going to call it incomplete. That's a good call. I was worried they called it a catch. Yeah,
it's hard to see on the far side. It wasn't an immediate incomplete call, but it was definitely no possession.
Well, I remember they're going to call it a catch and down because now they're calling it 3rd down.
Okay, so maybe they're calling him down before the ball came out. So,
well, a good positive play for us.
Yeah, but it's still 3rd down and almost 22 here. Yeah. So we really need to make a positive play just so maybe we can play the field position game.
Yeah, we do need a big play here. And let's see who Coach Nestor's going to call on to make it. As looks like there might be a little confusion in the formation, and it's going to be Kilbrew shotgun. Actually, he's
going to have to take a timeout. The play clock was running down, so good job by Ty Killebrew to get the timeout in there.
Well, he gets the timeout in. We're going to do the same. You're listening to IA Colonel Football on 96.9 Super Talk for the Delta.
Stay connected with your community through the Enterprise Toxin newspaper, Sunflower County's ultimate source for local news and updates. From breaking news stories to in-depth features, we deliver the latest happenings straight to your door. Stay informed with Enterprise Toxin. Subscribe in Sunflower County for $33 or $44 outside the county today and never miss a beat. Call 662-887-2222.
Or log on to enterprise-toxin.com/subscribe to subscribe.
Hey, this is Chris McLean with Indianola Electric. We would like to thank our loyal customers for your continued support for the past 36 years. We are in our second generation operating under the same family for over 3.5 decades. As an electrical contractor, we are here for all of your electrical needs, from service and repair to customized automation and controls. We also have a complete motor shop for new or rebuilt electric motors and generators. Give us a call today at Indianola Electric for all of your electrical needs at 662-887-3292.
Back here at Washington School, it's 5:52 left in the ball game. Washington School's leading 7-0. A little confusion on the field as the quarterback was trying to call timeout, and he was not able to call it, so they gave him a delay of game. And ran a play, and Evan Burke had a post route, pretty route, and almost caught the ball. It had two defenders on his back. Might want to run that one again. Ball's going to bounce at the 50 and roll into General territory. Good punt there. 39-yard line is where the General's going to start their fourth drive of the night.
Yeah, Colonel's got that punt off. The play clock was running down once again. Ty Killebrew was able to take the snap and get a pretty decent punt off with a good Colonel roll. So good job by special teams there. Defense going to have to come up with another 3 and out here, maybe try to make something happen before the end of the quarter, down 7-0.
Yeah, that was a bit of a tough call, but, man, I'd like to see some more of those post routes. Get Evan Burke's big body up there and try to get him to come down with the football. That could have been a first down.
Well, you're going to have to take some of those shots so that you can actually run the football and keep them off balance.
And General's going to come out receiver to each side. Again, Doolittle with Morgan beside him. And looking, surveying the defense, and he's going to send Cigna in motion and hands off to him on jet sweep, and he's looking for some running room, just running left and right now. Graham Howard just runs him down. That's a little bit of a 2-on-2.
Yeah, the twins met Todd Cigna right there. Graham and Strain Howard. Graham Howard came from the far side and chased him down from the back. Looked like Cigna was looking for a hole, but just couldn't make up his mind where to go on that one. So a good play by the Colonel. Small game for the Generals. Colonel's down 7-0 here in the first quarter.
Graham and Strain Howard twinning on that tackle. Boom, boom. Here we go. One receiver to the left and to the right against Doolittle in the backfield. Shotgun, calling for the snap, and Morgan beside him, and handoff's going to be to Morgan, and he's going to go along the right side, find a little bit of running room, almost first down yardage up to about the 47-yard line. Going to set the third and about 2 at 47.
Looked like Clayton Helms was in on that play along with a couple other Colonels. So just another big run up the middle for Max Morgan. So we'll see if they go back to that or they're going to look to maybe let Prentice Doolittle do something, get to the outside again.
Yeah, same formation. The two receivers out, one left and one right. Cigna's nearest to us, and Doolittle in the backfield, Morgan beside him, and shotgun snap to him, and gets it to Morgan, and he's going to pick his way up to the first down yardage across the 50, gets to the 49 of the Colonels, first down Generals.
Yeah, he kind of run at the back of his blocker there and fell forward to get enough of the first down. Colonels have to be ready here because these are the times when you get a first down around the 50, 45-yard line where you want to take a shot down the field. The Generals haven't done that tonight. The secondary safeties have to be ready there to watch what they might throw down the ball down the field, up 7-0 as they come to the line.
Yeah, they had one pass play I think they ran, but it was well covered, and just have been having a lot of success with the run game. Two receivers to the right, one to the left. Again, Doolittle with Morgan beside him, and fakes the handoff and takes it himself up the middle. Blaine Fleming finds him about the 45-yard line, and Doolittle trying to get some extra yardage. Colonels do not want to let that happen. Gets to the 44, so it's going to set up a 2nd and 5.
Yeah, Blaine Fleming was able to corral him and keep him from getting away. Still a good solid gain there, about 5 or 6 yards for the Generals, and they're right back to the line trying to press this tempo a little bit.
And that's what they're trying to do. The Colonels look to get the line and ready. That defensive line is already in their stances. There's going to be a flag on the field. I hope it's up. Oh, side on the defense. Okay.
Yeah, that's an interesting call since one of the linemen for the Generals tends to rock back and forth on every play, so it's just an interesting call there.
Yeah, you might want to be watching that on the General side, on the, Colonel sideline.
It's going to be close to a first down after that penalty. Yeah. Too many penalties by the Colonels here. We're looking at about 4 or 5 penalties right here in this first quarter.
Second and short. 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Again, that's Doolittle with Morgan beside him to his left. And calling for the snap back. Hand off to Morgan, and he's just going to run up the middle and just power his way up to about the 30-yard line. A big host of Colonels there to ride him down. They're going to give him the 29-yard line. They did a big game on that second down and short play. Got first down.
Yeah, just nothing fancy. Just hand it off and run up the middle and keep moving the sticks down the field here. They control the tempo. They control the clock. Up 7-0, coming back to the line. The Generals on the march.
And Prentice Doolittle with 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left, and Morgan to the left of him as he stands in the shotgun at his 34-yard line. Snap's going to be low, and there's going to be another flag and another offside penalty.
I don't know what this ref is watching. One of the Generals in the backfield moved. And he wasn't drawn off by one of the Colonels, so I'm not really sure what they're seeing.
I think at this point, if I'm Coach Nestor, I'm going to ask him what he's seeing, and I need to get that fixed. Because I don't know that he's seeing what we're seeing, but he's closer. He's closer. I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt right at this point. 1st and 5, they're going to move it up to the 24-yard line. And I guess the leader of the defense should be asking that question. The captain, like who and what do we need to do to get this fixed? This Colonel's going to come to the line. It's like a 4-man front there, just down at the line. General's going to be 2 receivers right, 1 to the left. Morgan beside the high snap. And another flag, 3rd in a row.
It's going to be false start now against the Generals, it looks like.
There you go. Okay. False start, good. Going to bring
it back and restart it 1st and 10.
Yeah. So we may have a record of possessions and penalties in the.
Apparently, if it's on the far side, it's a false start. So
that's right. It's location.
Yeah. Well, the Colonels need to locate a play right here and get in the backfield like Carson Miller did earlier to stop this run attack that the Generals are really forcing down their way right now.
Yeah, Reaver's going to go trips left, empty side to the right side, which is wide open over there. Morgan's going to be to the right.
Yeah, you're going to have to watch Morgan out of the backfield here, the Colonels.
Yeah, and he's looking for that split screen out to Cigna, and he's going to try to pick his way and makes the man miss. Gets down to about the 16-yard line as Evan Burke flips him upside down, takes a little ride, and ends up at the 16-yard line. First down.
Yeah, just that little smoke screen out to the left. He's able to cut to the right, then cut to the back to the outside. Yeah. Thankfully, Evan Burke, his safety, was able to bring him down. But those Generals are back to the line, ready to go up 7-0, looking for more points.
Trips to the left is Morgan's going to be to the right of Doolittle. And again, that same play, the flip screen out to Cigna. And again, Evan Burke is trying to get him out, and he's unable to pull him out of the end zone. And he finds his way to the goal line. Another 6 points for Cigna and the Washington School Generals.
Yeah, just ran the same play and got even more out of it. So Generals go up 2 scores with an extra point coming here up 13-0, looking to make it 14-0 as they've taken advantage of penalties and turnovers from the Colonels here tonight, here in this first quarter, and they're ready to go up 2 scores.
2.5 minutes to go, trying to tackle on that extra point. You know, on that previous tackle, Evan Burke really gave Cigna a whirl, looked like a tilt-a-whirl.
Yeah, well, there were some extra blockers out there on that second one that threw off everything, and Cigna is low to the ground and was able to fight through and get through.
Sure did.
And make his way into the end zone.
Yeah, it's going to be 14-0 again. As we get on the other side of this break, Colonel's going to come back, see if they can get back into this ball game. You're listening to IA Colonel Football on 96.9 Super Talk for the Delta.
Hi, I'm Bailey at Bill's Body Shop in Ruleville, and we want to fix your car. We're a family-owned business that has long served the Delta with quality vehicle repairs. My grandfather started this business in 1972 with quality being his top priority. My dad has followed his lead for more than 20 years, proving to be committed to superior work. As a third generation, we are continuing the tradition of exceptional bodywork and excellent customer service. Give us a call today at 662-756-2745. You won't be disappointed.
Need a little good news in your life? Well, here's the deal. State Farm has new lower car insurance rates in Mississippi, so you can now get the service and convenience of State Farm agent Andy Daniels at an even better price. That's right. State Farm can help you save even more cash and get the good neighbor service you deserve. It's the real deal for car insurance. State Farm agent Andy Daniels is ready to help you save in Indianola. Call Andy today at 662-887-1578. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
And we're back here watching school. Generals have just gone in on a signal run to the left, gone up 14-0 on the Colonels. First quarter, 2 minutes and 30 seconds left here. And the Generals are about to kick off to Hagen Sheedy and Graham Howard standing on between the 15 and 20-yard line awaiting the kick. And it's just been a tough start for the Colonels. We're going to have to get something going here, get something moving in the right direction as balls approach. It's going to be kicked up and bounced at the 29 and fielded by Sheedy at the 27. Spins out of bounds, and there's going to be the position that they start at right there at the 27-yard line. That was a big hit just taken by Levi Williamson, I think it was.
Yeah, J.D. Bennett and another General was able to shove Hagen Sheedy out of bounds there. So the Colonels are down 2 scores, 14-0, as we have about 2:28 left to go in this first quarter. It feels like this first quarter is going on for half the year. And
it has.
The Colonels really need to get a drive here, something sustained, at least flip the field. To give their defense an opportunity.
Yeah, I think I just Uber Eats and Pizza Hut. Nobody beats the Hut. So, yeah, we'll have it here about midnight, start of the third quarter. 2 receivers to the left and 1 to the right. Isolated is Graham Howard to the near side as Killebrew's going to be in motion with running back in Fitz Manning to his right. He's surveying the defense, and he rolls out to his left, looking around and finding, looks for Hagen Sheedy and goes over his head and falls incomplete.
Yeah, the pocket tried to break down just a little bit. Killebrew rose to his left. Took some time. Parker Brown, number 8 for the Generals, was chasing him down. Had Hagen Sheedy coming across, but just overthrew him over his head there a little bit. So it brings up second down and 10 there for the Colonels.
Yeah, on the near hash here, 28-yard line, pardon me. Kind of want to look to the wide side of the field and see what you can find out there. Maybe get some out routes or something just to get this passing game going, to get this running game. So,
yeah, anything misdirection. You know, the Generals are really quick to the ball, so if you can find anything misdirection that would maybe break something long here, it would be a benefit for the Colonels.
A post route right here, and it's going to be a handoff up the middle. And that's going to be...
Yeah, somebody didn't know what the play was because we had a pulling guard running to the quarterback who was handing off to the fullback.
Yeah, and Fitz Manning gets up and he's fired up. He's ready to roll. Hopefully we can get this 3rd and 10 play in here and get a first down, keep this drive alive.
Yeah, that road home. Puts the Colonels behind the sticks again, so haven't had much to cheer for in the passing game. Last week we had some good passes and some good strong plays at Legion Field. Tonight's been a different story.
Definitely passing down here, 3rd and 10. As Killebrew's going to be in the shotgun, empty backfield, trips to the left. He has calling for the snap. He rolls to his left, looking downfield, and he sees Graham Howard over there. Look off his fingertips at the 50-yard line, unable to make the catch. Going to set up 4th and 10.
Yeah, just out of reach. Evan Harden for the Generals was on that coverage. It was man-to-man coverage, so just a tough catch there off the fingertips of Graham Howard, and Colonels are punting once again.
Yeah, and it's I believe a big part of that is also separation of receivers. I think the routes are just kind of bunching together, and I know that coaching staff is going to address that and try to get some open routes, open up the.
Yeah, it's not an easy throw either.
No,
you're rolling to your left, and you got to get your hips twisted to get square to get what you need on the ball.
High snap, Killebrew knocks it down, and he tries to corral it. It's knocked out of his hands, and the General is able to grab it in the end zone. That's going to be Bennett, I believe. Let's see.
Yeah, Wilson Byers comes in pretty much untouched, and as Killebrew was trying to pick the ball up, he kind of just knocks him down, and the ball rolls in the end zone, and then Generals pick it up for a quick score, so they go up 3 touchdowns here tonight.
Yeah, on a bite snap over the head of Killebrew. Killebrew tries to fall on it. It gets knocked into the end zone, pushed forward, and the Generals fall on it. Can you advance it? That's the question. Let's see. The refs they're having a conference.
No, you can't advance it.
I didn't think that's good, but I guess the refs talked about it and they said that you can. I may be mistaken on that, but usually Kansas.
Maybe it's a muff punt.
Maybe it's a muff punt, yeah. So they're going to line up for this extra point. Hold it down. The kick is up, and it is good. So 21-0. Generals take the lead. We're going to take a 1-minute break. On the other side, more IA Colonel football on 96.9 Super Talk for the Delta.
Coach Tommy Nestor here for South Sunflower County Hospital. In the Nestor household, we know a thing or two about championships. And just like the therapy team at South Sunflower County Hospital, we know that championship health care is always in season. South Sunflower County Hospital provides preseason training, game day coverage, in-season evaluation, injury management, and postseason recovery, which allows you to stay in the game longer. South Sunflower County Hospital, your hometown hospital.
Are you looking for another choice for your prescription needs? Try any of your local Good Neighbor pharmacies and experience the difference your friends and neighbors are already enjoying. Your local Good Neighbor pharmacies serving the Delta with 5 convenient locations. City Drugstore, Hollandale, Cleveland Medical Arts, Cleveland, GMP Pharmacy, Belzona, Yazoo Drug Company, Yazoo City, Magic Mark Pharmacy, Indianola. Your Good Neighbor pharmacy where you get same copay and better service. Experience the Good Neighbor difference. Bring your prescriptions in today. Your local Good Neighbor pharmacies serving the Delta with 5 convenient locations.
In the Delta, this is where the Bulldogs play. 96.9 FM, WTCD, Indianola Greenwood, Super Talk, Mississippi.
As they kick out to Sheedy, who's going to field it at the 20 and cut up field, get up to about the 28-yard line, and the ball goes onto the ground, and the Generals believe they have it, and that is correct. The Generals do have the football, so the Generals are going to have another drive start in Colonel territory, 28-yard line, as Sheedy was unable to hold on to the ball and falls to the ground.
You know, at some point you got to think about making changes across the board, no matter if it's a senior or not, with some of these miscues.
Just trying to pull some positive light out of it and just trying to make some daylight and just unable to hold on to the ball. Both hands, it just falls onto the turf, and the Generals fall onto it. Trips right as Doolittle is going to have Morgan to his left. The snap goes down, and it's going to be a low throw out to Cigna, trying to run that same play they scored on last time. Falls incomplete. Graham Howard out there on the coverage, 2nd and 10. Flag on the field. False start. Okay.
All right. Another penalty against the Generals. Going to push them back. Bring up 1st and 15.
Yeah.
Help the Colonels out with a little field position here.
Yeah. It's going to push it back to the 33-yard line. I guess that could have been illegal formation. I know the false start is usually blown dead, but it could have been illegal formation there. But
yeah, maybe wasn't quite clear, but maybe they weren't set completely.
Yeah.
The Colonel's going to have to watch this Cigna play out here to the left. They're going to run that smoke screen again, or they're going to fake it and hand it off to Morgan up the middle.
Yeah, 2 receivers left, 1 right. Morgan beside Doolittle in the shotgun. The ball is on the 33-yard line, 1st and 15, and it's going to be a snap back to Doolittle and hand off to Morgan. He just runs full head of steam up the middle, goes around all the Colonels, and is able to jump into the end zone, but he's going to be actually tackled short at the 1-yard line.
Yeah, they're going to say that he didn't cross the line before his elbow touched the ground and he was down at the goal line. So they're going to run right up to the line and have a quick call here, try to push this across. Yeah, they get 4 scores against the Colonels.
2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Again, Doolittle in the shotgun, Morgan to the left, and looking to have the snap back to him again. Bobbles the snap a little bit, hands it to Morgan. He's able to find his way across the goal line and in for 6.
Yeah, Carson Miller got in the backfield there, but Morgan was able to sidestep and just dive low underneath the line and get across the goal line for another General touchdown. Looks like they're going to go up after this extra point, 28-0 here tonight, as they celebrate homecoming here at Huddleston Field.
Yeah, it looks like one of our Colonels is coming off the field in a little bit of pain there. It might have been Fitz Manning. I'm not sure exactly who it was. There's been another Colonel out there, now Robertson out there to take his place on the extra point. And the Generals trying to tack on 1 more point here as they're leading 27-0, 1:02 left in the first. And 28-0, 1:20 left in the first. We're going to take another break. You're listening to IA Colonel Football on 96.9 Super Talk for the Delta.
Hey, Cooper, you know we've been talking about our Pabst Store Robertson floor service for a long time.
Olivia, you know there is a reason the people in the Delta shop with our Pabst.
You know it.
We carry all type of floor, carpet, ceramic, wood, tile, and vinyl plank. We also sand, refinish hardwood concrete, and brick floors.
For all your flooring needs, come see us at Robertson Floor Service.
And get a free Coke. And by the way, the estimates are free.
Robertson Floor Service Indianola, voted the best of the best for 2 years in a row.
For over 100 years, Planters Bank has been committed to offering full-service banking in Sunflower County. I'm Will McDowell, Vice President of Planters Bank in Indianola. From sponsoring a variety of community events to high school sports, we are proud supporters of all things Indianola. If you need a loan, checking account, or any other banking service, please visit us at either of our convenient locations in Indianola. Planters Bank, proud supporter of the Indianola Academy Colonels. Planters Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
And we're back here at Washington School, and the kick is going to be up and short, and going to be fielded by Carson Miller. He's going to find his way up the field to the 41-yard line. Good run back, Carson Miller. Might have put him back there to return some kicks. He just barreled his way up to the 41-yard line. Good starting field position here.
Yeah, solid play there on the kickoff. So let's see if we can add to it, string some things together. As we move through this first half, Colonels are down 28-0 here on the road, and really struggled in every facet of the game, offense, defense, and special teams.
Yeah, we've just gone under a minute to play, and looks like Fitzmanning is coming back on the field. And Killebrew jogged back into the huddle, getting ready to call the play, and see what the Colonels have here on their sixth possession of the first quarter. Two receivers stacked to the left. Actually going to be trips to the left, but within a couple of yards of the tight end, and takes the handoff to Fitzmanning, and just too much generals in the backfield.
Parker Brown just comes in untouched once again. He's had a couple of plays like that. You would think after a few plays we would identify number 8 and find someone to chip him at least, but he makes another big play and pushes the Colonels back another 5 yards there. So second down and extra long here for the Colonels as they're down on the road 28-0.
Yeah, Colonel's going for their second play here. Second and about 16 to go. Looks like it's ticking close to the end of this first quarter. A seemingly tumultuous task here to try to get back in this ball game. As we start this drive with a 6-yard loss, we'll see if we can get those yards back here as Killebrew goes under center and hands off to his running back, and that's going to be Sheedy. He gets up to about the 37-yard line, nearly to the original line of scrimmage, sets up a 3rd and 12, and I believe their clock's going to run out to the second quarter, and it is on the other side. We'll see if the Colonels can turn it around against the Generals. Currently down 28-0. You're listening to the Rev and the Dean of Broadcasting on 96.9 Super Talk for the Delta.
Hi, I'm Bailey at Bill's Body Shop in Ruleville, and we want to fix your car. We're a family-owned business that has long served the Delta with quality vehicle repairs. My grandfather started this business in 1972 with quality being his top priority. My dad has followed his lead for more than 20 years, proving to be committed to superior work. As a third generation, we are continuing the tradition of exceptional bodywork and excellent customer service. Give us a call today at 662-756-2745. You won't be disappointed.
Hi folks, Brady Smith with Sunflower Lumber and Home Center here to tell you about our company. Since the 1940s, Sunflower Lumber has been in the same location with the same mission we have today. That's customer service and satisfaction to the fullest. Our dedicated, knowledgeable staff is here to work for you, whether adding on to the hunting camp, updating your kitchen or bath, spring cleaning around your property, or replacing your roof. We're your first stop for all your project needs. Stop by today at 204 Highway 82 in Indianola or give us a call at 662-887-1511 and see what shopping local can do for you. That's Sunflower Lumber and Home Center, and go Colonels.
And we're back here at Washington School, the start of the second quarter. You're listening to Dean of Broadcasting and the Rev, Guy Burke, on 96.9 Super Talk from Delta IA Colonel football. Colonel's facing 3rd and 12 from their 38-yard line. Big down for the Colonels. And 3 receivers out to the left, empty set to the right. And going to have Killebrew in the shotgun. He surveys the defense, calls for the snap back, looks to the left, rolls that way, finds Sheedy making an out route, catches to the 43-yard line, tries to get upfield and gets almost a first down yardage, knocked out of bounds right at the 50. Had to get on the other side of the 50 to the 49 to get that first down. I believe they're going to mark him 1 yard short. Down 28-0. You got to go, don't you, guys?
Yeah, you got to go. You got to keep your offense on the field and make a play here. It was a good, solid play here. Roll out by Killebrew to find Hagen Sheedy in the flat. He was able to kind of fight forward, but not enough for that first down. So big fourth down here for the Colonels. Really need this drive to finish with some points, to get some kind of positive momentum going here tonight, down 4 scores against the Generals.
Yeah, it looks like they took another yard away from him, pushed him back to the 49 of the Colonels. So
yeah, that's not where the ball was when he was pushed out, that's for sure.
No, he definitely got to the 50. Well, they're going to call for a stoppage of play here, or are they? That's what it meant. But anyway, Harry's going to blow the whistle in. 2 receivers to the right, 2 men in the backfield behind Killebrew under center, and it's going to be the Legion lunge guy Burke, and it's going to be a first down on the other side of the 50 to the 47-yard line. 100% success rate right there.
Solid quick play there. Ty Killebrew takes the snaps, gets over to the left side of the line behind Slayton Helms, and is able to fight forward and get that first down. I think this is the second time the Colonels are in general territory tonight, so really need to make some plays here and really get some points on the board before halftime.
I was wondering what you were doing over there on your cell phone. It looks like you were calling Coach and saying, run the dang ball. A little quote from last week, Legion lunge, works every time. All right, 48-yard line. Let's see if the Colonels can take this positive momentum and turn it into something here. 2 receivers to the right in Burke and Howard, and going to be Killebrew in the shotgun. He rolls back, and he rolls to his right, looking downfield. Seeing there's a receiver open. There's a receiver coming back to him in Graham Howard, but he throws over his head and into the arms of a general, and he's headed down the sidelines, and he's going to go into Colonel territory at the 44-yard line. A pink flag comes onto the field, so probably going to pull him back. It's going to be after the interception, though.
Yeah. Hopefully that's a teachable moment where you let your sophomore quarterback know you throw it away on that play. There's nothing there.
Yeah.
And the last thing you want to do is turn the ball over again. It's the 5th turnover for the Colonels in this first half, and really need to just throw that ball away and play and kind of, just come back to the line and try again. There was nothing there. I know he wants to make a play. I know he wants to make something happen, but really not a smart decision there on the rollout to the right, and it's going to give the Generals good field position here towards midfield once again.
You're looking down the field, and you see the receiver, and you throw it to where he was when the actuality's coming back to you, and that's exactly what happened. The defender just stayed where he was, where the receiver was going to be, and the Generals going to have it on their own 47-yard line. 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Again, Doolittle in the shotgun, Morgan to his right, to his left, and going to call for the snap back. And the handoff's going to be to Morgan. He's going to run north and south, and he's going to get down into Colonel territory. And he's being chased by Levi Williamson, and I believe that's Graham Howard. He's able to make the tackle at the 1-yard line. He thinks he knocked the pylon down, but I don't think he did. But Graham Howard just streaked across the field, was able to save that touchdown, knocked him down.
Max Morgan just came out like he shot out of a cannon, makes 4 people miss, and then it's off to the races. And good hustle there by the Colonels to keep him out of the goal line, but it puts them in a really, really dark place here. Backs against the wall, trying to keep another score out of the end zone against the Generals, down 28-0 here in the first half.
I think we need another one of those 6-3 Mississippi State wins over Alabama defensive play here on the goal line. In 1980, I was 1 year old. I remember it. I was drinking milk out of a bottle. And let's see what the Colonel defense has here. Going to go 2 receivers to the left and 1 to the right. Oh, I'm sorry. 1 to the right again.
Yeah, play clock was running down, so Coach Lott takes the time out there. So we'll see what happens when they come back. Looks like it's going to probably be another handoff to Max Morgan getting up the middle.
Yeah, I would say, that's what's going to happen. I mean, you've been running all night long with success. I mean, why do you stop with what's successful? I think they're on the verge of going up 34-0 here, 1 yard away from that. And the Colonels they're seeing what's happening and just unable to make the adjustments necessary. And like we said before, we had sophomore linebackers back there. That's who stops the run. Nicholas McCory back there, filling in. Matthew Gary's out. And we have Tristan out too.
The whole season has been difficult running, stopping the run up the middle. Tonight when you put 2 sophomores in there and their understanding of the speed at this level, and also that we talked about that gap, assignments and staying with those assignments. Max Morgan's just kind of taking their lunch tonight, and they're going to have another opportunity to score here once again.
Yeah, and I think that's what they're going to go with. Looks like Cigna looking to the sidelines, and they're going to get the play call in. Generals are huddling up, and the Cardinals come back onto the field trying to make a big stop here with 10:37 left in this second quarter, and the Generals are threatening here again, and it's going to be that's going to be the quarterback under center, handoff again. Morgan, that's a new quarterback in the game as well. It's going to be Trey Avia. And he hands off Morgan to the left side, and the Cardinals find themselves in a 34-0 hole at this point.
Yeah, just straight ahead football. Just taking advantage of the size up front and the push up front, and going to lead to this 34-0 score here in the first half. And the Generals get the ball to start the second half. So
10:34 left in this second quarter, and looking to tack on one more point to this lead as Generals on their homecoming night are looking to be having a good old time right now. Up 35-0 with tacking on the extra point. We're going to take a break. On the other side, we're going to see what the Colonels can do to retaliate. You're listening to IA Colonel Football on 96.9 Super Talk for the Delta.
Playing defense doesn't have to be something you do with your bank. On the Community Bank team, our strategy is simple. We're here to cheer you on through every financial play call and every savings celebration. With over 100 years of knowledge and experience, our playbook knows when to run a blitz, call an audible, or throw a monetary Hail Mary. No matter what banking services you need, Community Bank is ready to coach you through it. Community Bank, committed to our community. Member FDIC.
Born and raised in the Delta, we get it. We understand your connection to this land because ours is just as strong. It's not only been our home for 7 generations, but the home of those we care about. We value the natural resources of the Delta and the joy they bring to us. Our goal every day is to nurture and protect those as we continue to provide the best services possible to our customers. We are Gresham Petroleum Company, Indianola, Mississippi. Call 887-2160.
And we're back here at Washington School, and Generals are leading your Colonels 35-0, 10:34 left in the second quarter as we're getting set for another kickoff by the Generals. Again, it's going to be Howard and Sheedy at their 20-yard line awaiting the kick. Generals approach the ball and kick it downfield. High kick and short, going to be fielded by Sheedy at the 28-yard line and runs head full of steam up front, makes a spin move, falls over the defender, knocked down at the 42-yard line. Colonels will start their drive there.
Yeah, it looked like 21. Robert Word was in on that play to keep him. It looked like Hagen Sheedy might could have spun, and if he'd gotten loose, he'd have had a lot of green grass in front of him, but the Generals are ready to bring him down, and Colonels need to get something going here in the this first half with although we have a lot left to go in the first half.
Yeah. Looks like a quarterback
It feels
change.
like we've been through 2 games already, but there's 10:30 left to go in the first half.
That's right. Quarterback change here is Patrick Davis going to find his way onto the field. No junior high game this week, so we do have all 4 quarters for him as he's going to bring all his men to the line. There's going to be isolation here in Evan Burke to the near side of the field by himself. Handoff is going to be to Sheedy. Sheedy's going to have a full head of steam, run around the corner, and he's off to the races. He's at the 30 to the 25-20, and he's knocked out of bounds at the 18-yard line. Big run by the senior there to get the Colonels back.
Yeah, there's a flag on the play, though. Oh. He was chased down by Parker Brown and one of the other Generals and is able to corral him. But there is a flag on the play. Looks like it'll bring it back.
Man, big run. You know, a lot of times that's what happens. You see a big run, and then they have a penalty to bring it back. Man. Now, you know, those pink flags, I don't think they should count. If you throw a pink flag, it doesn't count. So, going to bring that big run back. Looks
kind of hard to see those pink flags from up here at the top, that's for sure.
Looks like he threw it about 10 yards down the field, so a holding penalty will actually bring it back to about the same line of scrimmage. Let's see, looks like a hold may have occurred down the field. No, that is a personal foul. Okay. So personal foul down the field. What? I don't know. I didn't see the personal foul. Of course, I wasn't on the sideline to be able to make that call. So
don't know if that was a blindside block that they're calling.
Yeah.
Not sure who that was on. But once again, the Colonels 1 step forward, 2 steps back.
Yeah, there was a big run to the outside, but I guess it was a blindside block there that brought it back. 2 receivers to the left, going to be 1st and 11. And let's see, it's going to be S15. Patrick Davis going to hand off to, again, Hagen Sheedy going to run up the field to about the 48-yard line, sets up a second and about 4. on the 48-yard line.
Yeah, Dottie Scott, number 15, jumped on his back. Hagan Sheedy was carrying him for a couple more yards before he was brought down. So a good solid run to get it second down and manageable here. Let's see what Coach Nestor dials up as he try to get a first down and get maybe into general territory once again.
Yeah, Patrick Davis under center. It makes me want Ty Killebrew to be in the backfield as well to see what he can do with that tailback.
Yeah, a lot of success last year with those two on the JV squad. Seems like it translates pretty well here. It's good to have 4 quarters with availability and use this 2-quarterback set here.
Evan Burke isolated to the left, and Patrick Davis looking to the right and down the field. It looks like it's going to be intended. I believe that was Graham Howard out there, but ball's incomplete.
Yeah, decent ball. Number 11, Ben Boykin for the Generals was out there. Thankfully, it wasn't picked off, but, it's hard to throw those kinds of balls when you have Graham Howard. He's more of a speedster. He doesn't have that size and that frame to go up and make a jump ball play like that. So,
I kind of like the isolation here over on the near side.
However, you want to take those shots so that you can have the ability to run the ball some.
I like this isolation here, Evan Burke over here. You like to take that big frame like you mentioned, see if he can make a jump ball. And he's going to hand off to Sheedy. He's going to go right, and he's going to find running room, and he's going to get out of bounds. First down yardage for the Colonels at the 41-yard line of the Generals, moving the ball down.
Yeah, definitely a different vibe here. Got some momentum going. Would love to see some points on the board before the end of the half for the Colonels as they move over into general territory at about the 43-yard line.
43-yard line, yeah. And that'll be first down. The Bambino is in and paving the way for his Colonels, and getting the first down yardage is Hagan Sheedy again. Going to be 2 receivers out to the left in Burke and Howard, and Patrick Davis in. It's going to be a little bit of a false start. He's going to be
a little bit too eager there.
Yeah, he was just in motion. We often send the guards in motion. It's just that it was a little bit. We got to make sure he calls in eligible. Make sure that the referee knows he's eligible, right? Well, Detroit Lions did that. I would love to see the Bambino make a catch and a run. Man, wouldn't that be awesome? Put him in the backfield. He wants to run. First and 15 at the 48-yard line is going to go about that same set. Again, Evan Burke going to be out, split out wide to the left with Graham Howard in the slot. Patrick Davis in the shotgun with Sheedy beside him. And actually, that is Killebrew, actually. Handoff to Killebrew. He's trying to find some running room. Ball's about 2 yards short of the line of scrimmage. Second, and about 17.
Yeah, number 12, Tyler Jenkins, was just right in the backfield as soon as the handoff took place. Was able to wrestle him down on the ground there. So loss on that down. It makes that a second down and extra long here for the Colonels. Really need some positive plays moving forward.
Absolutely. And again, Colonel's going to come to the line. Evan Burke out through the left, and bunch formation here with Evan Burke lined up at the line of scrimmage and Graham Howard behind him, and also all of them within a couple of yards of each other. Killebrew takes the handoff and runs to the left. It's Davis, and he looks for Howard, and he finds him up the field, but Howard unable to come down with it, and it takes a big hit at the 33-yard line, and he's hurting over there.
Yeah, there was a little miscommunication there on getting everybody lined up, some pressure up the middle, and Patrick Davis able to roll out to the left, look Graham Howard's way. The ball was right there, and then Rance Brown laid a really solid hit on him, and as the ball got there, no penalty on that play, just a tough hit. He got his helmet back on and coming off under his own power here.
Yeah, he's up and running off the field like nothing happened. My goodness, that was a big hit. I think he's just a tough dude, man. He's tough on defense, tough on offense. Takes a big hit like that and is able to run off on his own power.
It brings up a third down and forever.
Third and about.
So, but you're going to go for it on fourth. So you just really need not to try to get it all at once. Find something that's positive, then maybe a manageable fourth down to try to get something going here.
Yeah, third and about 18 as Howard's being checked out on the sideline, and Levi Williamson going to come in and take his place, and Killebrew is going to be in the slot, 2 receiver left, 1 receiver right, and Davis looking downfield in the pocket, throws down the middle, AC7, Arthur Cruz, big catch, goes down the 28-yard line, first down, big play, AC7.
Yeah, you saw that last week. They had a huge seam play with the tight end last week. Tri-County did against the Generals, and so something similar here. AC was able to throw his hand up, and Dottie Scott was there, but not in time, and AC made a great catch for Colonel first down. So really something needed, a little oxygen for the Colonels as they continue this drive here.
Man, you'd love to see it. As
down 28-0, anything positive counts.
That's right. And one receiver each side is going to be setting the man in motion. That's going to be Ethan Hayes. He's going to hand off to Killebrew, and he's going to try to find some running room along the right side. Gets back nearly the line of scrimmage, to lose a yard on the play. 2nd and 11 at the 29. It looks like giving some young guys some time to play here.
Yeah, getting some different guys in there with some opportunities here. Patrick Davis able to hand it off there to Killebrew, but nothing doing on that right side. So got back to the line of scrimmage, bring up 2nd down.
Yeah, I would like to kind of see some of our guys out there, because I believe their secondary is the same one they started with, as we're going to send out receiver 1 to the left, 1 to the right, and that's going to be Davis in the shotgun, with Killebrew actually got Hagen Sheedy back in there, and he's going to fake the handoff, and he's going to run as fast as he can off on his little legs down to about the 12-yard line. Big run.
Yeah, that's going to be first and goal, horse collar. Patrick Davis is a master when it comes to pulling that run option play. He was able to pull it and get to the outside, and the Generals ran behind him, and to get him out of bounds, they had to grab that shoulder pad, and it's going to bring up first down and goal on that penalty for the Colonels.
Yeah, just running as fast as he could. It was a good run, and he runs solid. And he found some open lane down to the sidelines, and just able to get at about the 12-yard line. And then, unfortunately, the horse collar is a bad penalty, but it adds on some yardage. So I'll take it as long as the player comes out on the unhurt by the event. Going to get down to the 6-yard line. Colonel's in business right here.
Just a great opportunity here. Patrick Davis comes in making a lot of plays as freshman, and so he's still in the game here. Killebrew's in the game here, running back. Well, Sheedy's come in for him. So let's see. You've got a lot of different options here. You can run that play again. You can hand off to Sheedy. Don't know if you want to look over the middle for a tight end slant. We'll see what happens.
And one receiver to the right and the left, and that's going to be low snap. They're going to blow the whistle dead before.
And once again,
move back.
1 step forward, 2 steps back. The 10th penalty on the Colonels in this first half.
Still inside the 10-yard line. Actually, they're going to move it out to the 11. So 11 yards from pay dirt. Going to be first and goal from the 11-yard line. And that's Patrick Davis coming in with the play. And he's going to take it off or call the play in the huddle with 7:22 left, trailing 35-0, trying to get into this lead a little bit, get into the end zone and get some points on the board. One receiver left and right, and pitch is going to be back to Sheedy. He's going to try to find some open running room, makes a spin move, makes a man miss, gets up to about the 5-yard line. So gets back to the original line of scrimmage, 2nd and goal from about the 5-yard line.
Yeah, the Generals just collapsed on him. Several of them came up and got Sheedy to the ground relatively quickly. You know, we said the Generals were quick to the ball, so he was able to turn it upfield, but missed 3 or 4 blue shirts right there. So the Colonel's going to have to maybe think about something misdirection here. That was one thing about that run option play with Patrick Davis. He was able to fake there and then get to the outside, and it was that huge play. He needs something else like that to get on the scoreboard.
Yeah, he just took off on his little leg, got all the way down to the 12. Now, can he get back into the end zone? He's going to send Graham Howard in motion, hand off, jet sweep. Graham Howard's going to try to find his way in, and he gets down to the 1-yard line. My goodness, after taking that big hit, comes on the field, tries to get in the end zone. He feels like he's in. He says, give me the ball one more time. I'll get it in there.
Just that quick jet sweep, and was able to make a play, a positive play up there to get right to that goal line. Colonel's coming at the real quick. We'll see if it's Legion lunchtime.
Well, I think it is. Let's do this. Let's see. It's going to be one receiver to the left and right, and Sapp's going to be back. And I don't know if there was a lunge. I just fell over, no yardage.
Yeah,
number 20, half a yard.
Number 22 came diving over, and number 22 is Jones Robertson. He came diving over the line because he knew it was coming to the left.
That's right. So let's see what they do here. 4th down and goal, and they're about a half a yard away from the end zone. I will not say half-yard line because it doesn't exist. They are half a yard away from the end zone. 4th down, big play from the Colonels here. And it's going to be, under center for Patrick Davis, 2 running backs behind him. And he's just going to try to find his way in the end zone. And Patrick Davis is in for 6. Patrick Davis scores a touchdown for the Colonels, puts them on the board, 34-6 Colonels, trailing 34-6, but able to get into the lead. 5:18 left. They'll see if they can tack on an extra point here and close that gap a little bit there.
Yeah, big boost by the Colonels there to get a solid drive going here in the second quarter before halftime and break through and get on the board here. Let's see if they can execute and get this extra point in, make it 34-7 here, homecoming at Holston Field in Greenville.
That's right. So Hagan Sheedy's going to come out, bring his tee out, hand it to Graham Howard, get the hold down and try to get this kick through the uprights. It's 35-7 here if the kick is good. And they're going to blow the whistle in. Colonel's going to line up. General looking to defend. And Hagan Sheedy steps it off. Graham Howard checks to make sure he's ready. Calls for the snap. Ball is down. Kick is up. And it is good. 35-7. Generals lead your Colonels. You're listening to IA Colonel Football on 96.9 Super Talk for the Delta.
Stay connected with your community through the Enterprise Tucson newspaper, Sunflower County's ultimate source for local news and updates. From breaking news stories to in-depth features, we deliver the latest happenings straight to your door. Stay informed with Enterprise Tucson. Subscribe in Sunflower County for $33 or $44 outside the county today and never miss a beat. Call 662-887-2222.
Or log on to enterprise-tucson.com/subscribe to subscribe.
Guarantee Bank and Trust loves bringing you the latest and greatest in technology. Meet the interactive teller machine. It has all the functions of an ATM plus access to a Guarantee Bank teller through video chat. ITM live teller hours are currently 7 a.m. till 7 p.m. Monday through Friday, and on Saturdays 9 a.m. till 12 noon. The ITM functions as an ATM outside the live teller hours. Get the community bank experience with Guarantee Bank and Trust. Even with continued growth and new technology, we're committed to our customers and our local communities. Member FDIC and equal housing lender.
And we're back here at Washington School. Colonel's looking to kick off to the Washington Generals. Just tacked on 7 points, closed the gap to 35-7. Generals lead your Colonels. You're listening to the Dean and the Rev on 96.9 Super Talk for Delta. Low line drive kick fielded at the 20-yard line and runs it up the field, gets to about the 35-yard line, and Levi Williamson won't let him go any further. Puts him down on the ground. That's where the Generals going to start.
Yeah, Levi along with Carrick Robinson and Guy Robinson in there as well to bring down Rance Brown for the Generals. So the Generals have another opportunity here before halftime. They'll receive the second half kick. There's 5:11 left to go in this first half, and it looks like the Generals are going to come out, be ready to go for some more points here.
Let's see who the quarterback is. It is going to be number 14, Tri Avis, 5'11", 180-pounder, 11th grader. He's going to be taking over the helm next year, it looks like. He's getting a little bit of reps here tonight. 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. And I believe that's still Morgan in the backfield to his right as the Colonels line up in their defense. 4-man front. Handoff is going to be to Morgan. He's going to be met right at the line of scrimmage, driven down. Lane Fleming knocked him down about the 37-yard line, gained about 1 or 2 on the play.
Yeah, quick handoff to the left there. Morgan gets up a couple of yards and is met by number 58, Lane Fleming, and he takes him down with a one-on-one tackle there. So good job by the Colonel defense of stopping that run as they get ready for the second down play here, down 35-7.
Yeah, second and 8. They're at the 37-yard line. They're on 37-yard line as Avis is bringing them to the line.
You got to think it's going to be run heavy here with your backup quarterback in. Doesn't look like you're probably going to take a lot of shots down the field, and the evidence from the game is you don't really need to. So Colonel's going to have to be watching number 4 the rest of the night.
Yeah, Max Morgan, who has an incredible football name, actually going to be kicked out to Signa. He's going to go along the left side, and look there, Evan Burke causes the fumble, but Signa's able to fall back on it. Evan Burke strips the ball about the 33-yard line, falls down on the ground, and he's able to fall back down on it. So, big play by the defense.
Yeah, it was 1-on-1 to the outside. It's a play they scored on earlier. They've run that play about 3 times, and it was 1-on-1 to the outside. He was able to hit him and get the ball loose, but that ball just bounced right back into number 2, Ty Signa's stomach there, and he was able to fall on it. So no harm, no foul for the Generals as they are knocking on the door once again against the Colonels.
Glad to see Ev back out there, and causing a fumble, unfortunately able to capitalize on it as we have Generals coming to the line at the 30-yard line, 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left, and again, it's going to be Avis calling for the snap, looking again to the left side of the field, throws a bit high, Going to fall incomplete, 2nd and 10 at the 30-yard.
Yeah, Evan Harden was the intended receiver there, number 7. So what did I know? They come out and they throw the ball here. I said, hey, they're just going to hand the ball off, but now they're throwing the ball. So
yeah, they're going to try Avis. Hey, there's one for you.
There you go.
Yeah.
They made a reservation for Avis.
That sounds like a tagline. Try Avis.
That's right.
All right, here we go. Let's see, 2nd and 10, 30-yard line of the Colonels. General's going to bring 2 receivers out to the right, 1 to the left. Again, Avis in that shotgun, Morgan to his left, and takes the handoff, takes it around the left side, and Kilbrew going to ride him down about the 25-yard line, so sets up a 3rd and 5.
Kilbrew was pretty much held on that play, but he was able to fight out of it and get the quarterback Avis down on the ground to bring up 3rd down for the Colonels.
Yeah, big 3rd down here for the Colonels to try to get this.
This is 4th down territory, though, so they would probably go for it no matter what they get here.
That's right. It's 3rd down here, homecoming.
Potentially they could try a field goal, but I would doubt it.
I wouldn't think so. I think you're just trying to keep your people on the field and try to get to halftime with this lead, and Colonel's trying to get that ball back and try to get a score in before the half because Generals are going to get it to start the second half. And again, Avis handoff Max Morgan, and he's going to be ridden down right there. And that's going to be, who was that? Sheedy coming through?
Tackling him high, but bringing him down hard.
Brought him down.
So big play by the senior there. Bring up 4th down and about 4 or 5.
And that's one of those ones that some refs call horse collar, some don't. But it was just a tackle that happened to be his hands went around the neck, and he fell down right there, short of the 1st down. 4th and 4. Again, like we said, no man's land going to go for it here. Colonel's trying to stand strong. 2:38 left, and the clock is running. And 2 receivers going to go to the right, 1 to the left. Again, Avis with Max Morgan to his left. In the shotgun, going to call for the snap. Hand off to Morgan. He's going to pick his way up. Gets the 1st down yardage up to about the 18-yard line. Drive stays alive for the Generals.
Yeah, just a quick handoff. Morgan up to the right. Seems like we sound like a broken record out here this evening. And Morgan's getting a lot of carries and a lot of yards and moving those chains as the Generals continue their drive here before the half.
You got to hope his middle name is something like Matthew or something like that. And he's Triple M, 3M or something like that. Good nickname for him. Max Morgan's been running good all night long. And
about 2 minutes left as they come to the line here, up 35-7. Colonels really need some kind of play. A turnover would be great right here.
Yeah, need to get a spy on Morgan. As he goes in the backfield beside quarterback Avis, fumbled snap, and he's going to fall on it right there. Looks like, that was Nicholas Corey coming back there, making sure the quarterback wasn't going anywhere.
Yeah, Guy Robinson back there once again. There have been some problematic snaps, and that was another one for the Generals. So a big play by the Colonels to push the Generals back about 10 yards on that.
That's right. Got us love that good positive play out of our young guys as, Avis has shown the ability to throw very well. And, of course, with Max Morgan running the ball, you never know what's coming. And the defense has actually stepped up a little bit, looking pretty good here as the Generals are going to come to the line. 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. It's going to be Max Morgan to the right of Avis. Going to call for the snap. Looking to the right, again, that Cigna screen out there to the right, trademark. Graham Howard out there covering it, falls incomplete.
Yeah, threw that quick smoke screen out there just through the hands of Todd Cigna. He's a sure-handed player usually, and kind of out of character there for him to let that one get by. Graham Howard was right there on that play, reading it really well that time.
Yeah.
So it brings up 3rd down and extra long here.
Yeah.
For these Generals as we draw close to the end of the half.
Last year, Cigna ran a lot on us, and I think he was injured when we were playing at our place on a touchdown run, and it made the difference, I believe, in the ball game. He is a sure-handed, speedy receiver. It's going to be spread formation, twins to the right and left, Morgan to the right of Avis, calls for the snap back, and he's looking to his left up in the pocket, and the pocket collapses, and the ball is loose, and it's going to be picked up by the Colonels, and who is that on that reception? That's going to be Carson Miller. Coming down with a fumble recovery. Colonel's in business right here. They're going to have the ball at the 22-yard line. A little bit of ways to go, 1 minute and 5 seconds. Let's see what the Colonels can do here right before the half.
Yeah, when you're down 35-7 like the Colonels, any kind of play like that is huge. So it's the second turnover for Washington School tonight. And the Colonels come up with it with an opportunity maybe to make, who knows, some kind of play there before the half and maybe get another score.
I'm seeing a little bit of spark over there from the Colonel sideline. Hopefully.
Yeah, you kind of wish this was the first quarter, though.
Yeah, I know, yeah. Hoping, with 35-7, what kind of plays do you have here to run? Try to get down the field. And it's going to be Patrick Davis under center, and that offset eye behind him. Sheedy is way backfield. Handoff to him, and he's slung down.
Yeah, Dalen Richardson, big number 52, 280 pounds in the backfield, slinging down Hagen Sheedy. So not the start you wanted after a big turnover there.
Number 19's been isolated over here on number 10 all night long. I think it's time to throw it his way and see what that big body can do.
Only one target out there tonight for some reason.
Yeah.
3 timeouts for the Colonels, though, as the play clock is under 20 right now. Second down and a long 12, 13 to go.
Game clock is going under 30 seconds and running. One receiver to the left, isolation again, Evan Burke. On the cornerback, number 10, who's playing press coverage. And he's going to call for the snap, roll to his right, and looking downfield, and it's going to be the catch is made and dropped. Looks like it was going to be, what was that on that catch? Graham Howard.
Right out there by the first down marker on the far side, looked like he had it, got pushed, and maybe bobbled it going out of bounds. So the clock stops, going to bring up third down and extra long here for the Colonels.
Yeah, and it looks like the play has been called from the sideline. There is 14 seconds left to go, so you got time enough to run about 2 plays. Make sure there's no time on the clock if you run those that fourth down play. And don't give the Generals any kind of field position right before the half. Under center is going to be Patrick Davis. Handoff going to be to number 10, Fitz Manning. Runs along the left side, finds his way to about the 27-yard line. Going to be short of first down by about 4 or 5 yards. Goes out of bounds, and 8 seconds left on the clock with fourth down.
Yeah, not really going to be able to get to the edge from the backfield against this quick defense of Washington School. That played out on that play with 8 seconds left to go in this half. The Colonel's down 35-7, and going to run one more play, it looks like.
Let's do this. Let's see what happens here. You got to believe they're going to just, toss it down the field. I did say that when I watched the Riverside game, Riverside ran a hook and ladder and scored a touchdown on it. Let's see if we can do that. It's going to be Graham Howard and Evan Burke out to the right. Empty set to the left. Davis going to go under center with Sheedy behind him in the backfield. Pitch is going to be to him. He's going to run along the right side, try to find some running room, and he is knocked down short of first down, and that's going to be the end of the first half. So Colonel's just trying to run out the first half, get to halftime, do so. So it's 35-7 at the end of this first half. We'll have halftime festivities. We're going to take a 2-minute break, and on the other side, we'll talk about what's happened in the ball game, what we're expecting moving forward, and maybe a little bit of action outside in the SEC, talking about some ball games and other things going on around the Delta as well. You're listening to IA Colonel Football on 96.9 Super Talk for the Delta.
For over 100 years, Planters Bank has been committed to offering full-service banking in Sunflower County. I'm Will McDowell, Vice President of Planters Bank in Indianola. From sponsoring a variety of community events to high school sports, we are proud supporters of all things Indianola. If you need a loan, checking account, or any other banking service, please visit us at either of our convenient locations in Indianola. Planters Bank, proud supporter of the Indianola Academy Colonels. Planters Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Hey, this is Chris McLean with Indianola Electric. We would like to thank our loyal customers for your continued support for the past 36 years. We are in our second generation operating under the same family for over 3.5 decades. As an electrical contractor, we are here for all of your electrical needs, from service and repair to customized automation and controls. We also have a complete motor shop for new or rebuilt electric motors and generators. Give us a call today at Indianola Electric for all of your electrical needs at 662-887-3292.
When it comes to your health, nobody beats the home team at South Sunflower County Hospital. When you have a minor emergency, waiting to be seen can be a real pain. That's why you need Delta Primary After Hours Clinic. You'll love the convenience and personal attention that can only be found at South Sunflower County Hospital. You'll also have peace of mind knowing that you'll have immediate access to our full scope of hospital services. Visit your winning team at www.southsunflower.com. South Sunflower County Hospital, your hometown hospital.
Need a little good news in your life? Well, here's the deal. State Farm has new lower car insurance rates in Mississippi. So you can now get the service and convenience of State Farm agent Andy Daniels at an even better price. That's right. State Farm can help you save even more cash and get the good neighbor service you deserve. It's the real deal for car insurance. State Farm agent Andy Daniels is ready to help you save in Indianola. Call Andy today at 662-887-1578. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
And we are back here at Washington School. You are listening to the Dean of Broadcasting, Jay Geary, and the Rev. Guy Burke. We are here for homecoming night, our third in a row, Washington School. It is 35-7. Washington has led. Max Morgan has been pretty much the star of the day. Cigna as well. I think he's got a score or two there with those flat routes, pass out there to the left side and just able to take it up the field. Max Morgan has just been picking his way through the middle, getting extra yards. I know he's over at least 100 yards. At the end of the first half, I think we were trailing 35-0 in the middle of the second quarter. Kind of, came, of course, we're talking about, some backups are in there, but the Colonels seemed to have kind of got settled down and decided to have a little bit of I guess, enthusiasm on the sidelines, trying to make a move here. We got to do something here, though, because Washington School with the kickoff on the second half, and I don't think it's going to be the backup stand.
Yeah, a couple of themes you saw in this first half, which seemed like it lasted light years. But anyway, lots of penalties, lots of turnovers. The Colonels have 5 turnovers and 10, maybe more penalties. It seems like every time we had a positive pass or a positive run, there was a flag thrown, whether it be a hold or whether it be a blindside block or whatever it might be. The general run game, Jay, you just touched on that. Max Morgan, lots of carries, lots of yards, and lots of scores. So that's been happening for the Generals if you're just joining us. The body language doctor says maybe we didn't come out with the energy we needed to match our opponent. And so they took it down, made some plays, and scored really quick. And whatever energy he had was sucked out like helium from a balloon. And so now trying to fight back. Made some positive plays in the second quarter, even got into the end zone once. But you got to be wondering where the mindset of these young men is coming out in the second half, because Generals will receive that kickoff.
Yeah, watching film, you saw what Riverside and Tri-County were able to run on the Generals, and we just haven't been able to establish that running game. I'm looking at the stats here, and our longest run is 23 yards, and that was when Patrick took off on the left side with that quarterback run where he faked the handoff. And the others are -6, 3 yards, -2, 1.
Yeah, Hagen City had a great run around the right side, but it was called back because of a blindside block there. So that was probably about a 45-yard run that comes all the way back. So just the lack of execution and the lack of focus with these penalties and these turnovers. You had some turnovers where it was just kind of jump balls to the secondary. Our guys were trying to come back, and then the pass is thrown and is thrown to where they were, and pretty easy pickings for the Generals here tonight on some of these turnovers. So they've been able to capitalize, so give them credit. They didn't just get the turnover. They were able to punch it in, and punch it in they did, leading 35-7 here in Greenville for homecoming.
Yeah, the longest pass play tonight was 23 yards to Arthur. So our longest run of 23 yards by Patrick Davis, the longest pass of 20 yards, Patrick Davis, the longest catch was also 23 from Arthur Cruz.
You got to wonder if you go back to that some in the second half. Last week, Tri-County had a lot of success with that tight end or that slot receiver up the seam. So I don't know if you want to keep Patrick Davis in there and try to make some of those passes in the middle. Last week we struggled with passes in the middle, getting picked off and getting knocked down and those kinds of things. So we'll see what the Colonels come out with, but it's going to have to be a big, valiant effort here on the road to try to get back in this ball game.
Yeah, 2 interceptions on the offense, and then, of course, the fumble we saw on the kick return. And the General's able to capitalize on, I believe, 1 or 2 of those possessions. That's big right there. You take a couple scores off the board, it's a 21-7 game. It's a different ball.
In addition to that, you have a quick screen pass that goes to Ty Cigna on the far side, and one-on-one with the senior safety, Evan Burke, and he's able to make a play to try to tackle him, but also strips the ball. And the ball's on the ground, and it just happens to go right back to Ty Cigna like it was a magnet. So just plays like that are deflating when you're trying to work hard and get back in the game. And you kind of need every single one of those to get back in the game.
Yeah, you'd like to see a little bit more of the passing game. I know that when we line up trips to the right, two receivers to the right. We're isolating a receiver on the right or left-hand side. We never throw to the isolated receiver. It seems, and we saw the first, I believe, possession it was, where we got crossed up on the two routes that were too close together, and that led to one pick. Maybe if that isolated, if we're going to throw a jump ball out there, why not get that isolated receiver out there one-on-one? Because the jump ball we threw up on the left side had 2 or 3 defenders around him. The generals able to come up with it and run it around the left side and get upfield in good field position. Let's try that jump ball to the isolated receiver, whoever it may be.
Yeah, some of that's a read at the line, and when you have a freshman quarterback, maybe those reads aren't always seen.
Yeah.
In addition to that, I think the Colonels need to focus on maybe some misdirection kind of plays. That's where they've had success tonight. You've been with us from the jump. We talked about how quick the defense of the Generals is to the ball. So let's try to use that quickness to the ball to our advantage and have them overrun with a couple of misdirection plays. I mean, you saw it on the jet sweep where Graham Howard almost scored. It was a misdirection kind of play, and you give it to him. He almost gets in, and then a couple plays later, you're able to sneak across the goal line. So anything misdirection has given us positive yards if we're not getting penalized for a hold or whatever it might be. And so I think that has to be a focus going in the second half, try to get some more points on the board.
Yeah, and, of course, fall down 28 points in the first quarter. It's a big hole to come out of. And, the first possession of the second half is going to be huge. And there's no points that we can allow. 3 of 7 points.
You can't allow points on the first drive of the second half. Best case scenario, you get a turnover. Below that, you get a 3 and out and get the ball back.
Yeah.
Maybe try to put some points on the board yourself. But it's going to take a lot of effort. It's going to take a lot of execution.
Yeah.
And, Jay, it's just going to come down to want to.
Yeah.
Because you're in a situation where you can point fingers or you can say, hey, we're going to want to get back in this game. And we're going to have to wait and see what comes about.
Yeah, and, I tell you that 35-0, if we don't score, come out in the second half, the clock is running. Did we score that points, hopefully get back in this ball game, or the Washington Generals going to come down and score that touchdown and make the clock run in the second half? That's going to tell you right there what is going to happen.
There's a lot going on. They've taken out their starting quarterback and put the junior number 14, Tri Avis in, and so he's been throwing the ball a lot more. But they've had some bad snaps too. So, conceivably, if they came out and had a bad snap, the Colonels were able to get on that, then maybe you get some momentum going and kind of go from there. But it really is going to be about mental toughness from this point out. If the Colonels are going to be able to come together and make some plays to get some more points on the board. We saw how long the first half went. No reason the second half couldn't be our half, but it's going to take a lot. It's going to take a lot of intestinal fortitude, if you will.
They're going to have to get a fire lit under them like they did that grill with his hamburger haze. And with that, we're watching the halftime festivities come along. We're about the midway point at halftime. We're going to take a 2-minute break. On the other side, we'll kind of talk about what's going on outside of our own world. Maybe a little bit of a game down in Death Valley. I've never heard of that place. I don't know. LSU at night. Is it someplace to play? We'll find out on the other side of this break. You're listening to IA Colonel Football on 96.9 Super Talk for the Delta.
Are you looking for another choice for your prescription needs? Try any of your local Good Neighbor pharmacies and experience the difference your friends and neighbors are already enjoying. Your local Good Neighbor pharmacies serving the Delta with 5 convenient locations. City Drugstore, Hollandale, Cleveland Medical Arts, Cleveland, GMP Pharmacy, Belzona, Yazoo Drug Company, Yazoo City, Magic Mart Pharmacy, Indianola. Your Good Neighbor Pharmacy where you get same copay and better service. Experience the Good Neighbor difference. Bring your prescriptions in today. Your local Good Neighbor pharmacies serving the Delta with 5 convenient locations.
For over 100 years, Planters Bank has been committed to offering full-service banking in Sunflower County. I'm Will McDowell, Vice President of Planters Bank in Indianola. From sponsoring a variety of community events to high school sports, we are proud supporters of all things Indianola. If you need a loan, checking account, or any other banking service, please visit us at either of our convenient locations in Indianola. Planters Bank, proud supporter of the Indianola Academy Colonels. Planters Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Hey, Cooper, we've been talking about our Pabst Store Robertson Floor Service for a long time.
Olivia, there is a reason the people in the Delta shop with our Pabst.
You know it.
We carry all type of floor, carpet, ceramic, wood, tile, and vinyl plank. We also sand, refinish hardwood concrete, and brick floors.
For all your flooring needs, come see us at Robertson Floor Service.
And get a free Coke. And by the way, the estimates are free.
Robertson Floor Service Indianola, voted the best of the best for 2 years in a row.
Hi, I'm Bailey at Bill's Body Shop in Ruleville, and we want to fix your car. We're a family-owned business that has long served the Delta with quality vehicle repairs. My grandfather started this business in 1972 with quality being his top priority. My dad has followed his lead for more than 20 years, proving to be committed to superior work. As a third generation, we are continuing the tradition of exceptional bodywork and excellent customer service. Give us a call today at 662-756-2745. You won't be disappointed.
And we're back here at Washington Schools, the Dean Jay Geary and the Rev Guy Burke. And in the midst of halftime festivities, one thing we don't see a lot in our visits to other schools or our home school is a marching band. And we're seeing that tonight from Washington School. Oh, I love a marching band. And I got to give a shout out again. I can't say it enough. I'm proud of my little niece, Maddie Hall, who is a member of the famous Maroon Band. Seen her a couple of times. Every time there's a halftime performance, watching on halftime on Facebook Live. Always fun to watch the Maroon Band. And speaking of Maroon Band, there's a big game in Athens, Georgia. But I tell you, Guy Burke, I heard the big game's already been played. The women's soccer team was in the dogfight against Georgia. The number 4 team in the country comes out with a 2-1 victory in Athens. And that's all the football we need to talk about in Athens, right?
Yeah, the Lady Bulldogs coming off that impressive win against number 1 Arkansas as well.
Yeah.
Dropping that goal in from the corner. In an amazing goal. It's a 1 in a million, I tell you. 1 in a million.
1 in a million shot. And then we can't really get into that, but Jerry Seinfeld reference, got to love that. I believe there's also a college football game. I mean, I'm hopeful that it's similar to the Texas game. Let's at least hang in there. See if we have a chance at the end. I'm not hopeful, but let's see. But the big game,
Ohio State and Oregon.
That's it. The Ducks in the Bucks. Now we have a game. What do they call it? The Magnolia Bowl. Is that what they call it? Something down there at LSU.
Yeah, I think you're right.
LSU playing Ole Miss. It's going to be a night game in Death Valley. LSU is celebrating homecoming. They've got a drone show. They're handing out like bracelets, like Taylor Swift concerts.
My goodness.
That tells me one thing. Either they're excited or they're scared. And they're doing everything they can to try to get their fans involved. I think you look at the FBI index and Ole Miss is favored. But, you talk to any Ole Miss fan, you talk to any fan, actually, and they are always scared to go to Death Valley at night, regardless of the prowess of LSU, whether they're ranked or not. I think they're in the teens ranked, and Ole Miss in the top 10.
Yeah, LSU 13, Ole Miss 9. Yeah. So it is a tough battle. One of the toughest battles for Ole Miss this year with their schedule. So coming off a big win against South Carolina. South Carolina will be playing Alabama.
Yeah.
Feel bad for South Carolina.
Yeah,
I really do, going to Tuscaloosa after Alabama's just lost. So in addition, in Magnolia State, we got the Southern Miss playing Louisiana Monroe at Louisiana Monroe tomorrow. So Louisiana Monroe is 4-1. Southern Miss struggling out the gate this year, 1-4. So that's coming up tomorrow on tomorrow at 4 p.m.
Yeah.
So a lot of great college football to be involved in on a Saturday, just like we like it.
That's right. And you talk about, Ole Miss's biggest test of the year. It's probably their second biggest test behind Furman. We know that the Furman was a big test for them, but they were able to come out on the right side of that one. And Delta State's actually, doing very well too. But I will tell you this. You never want to play one of those top 10 teams who's coming off a loss. South Carolina learned that about Ole Miss. They lost 27-3. What is Alabama fixing to do? If South Carolina had lost 27-3 to Ole Miss after...
Well, my brother-in-law, he's headed there. He's going with a friend of his to the Alabama game. And my brother-in-law's a South Carolina fan.
Oh, okay.
Having grown up in South Carolina before moving to Mississippi, so... not sure that I want. You got to go.
Yeah.
If you got free tickets, you got to go.
That's right.
But they're free tickets for a reason.
I know it. And speaking of, on third down, everybody has that big game or big sound they play. I would say that rooster crowing is not on my top 10 list of intimidating sounds, but in that stadium, they say it's an incredible atmosphere at night. LSU.
Well, I asked my brother-in-law, Sandstorm, the techno song that they play is his ringtone. Unfortunately, he hasn't gone that route just yet, but maybe he'll cross that line one day.
Right. South Carolina, going to Tuscaloosa. Yeah, I mean, that Vanderbilt game, I couldn't believe it. I was watching it, and that fourth down heave into the end zone, and Vanderbilt gets a 14-point lead, and I was like, this might happen.
It wasn't just that Vanderbilt won. They scored 40 points.
Yes. Yeah.
They put a 40-piece on the Tide, who had just won against Georgia. So, the hangover can be real.
Yeah.
It shows, kind of like Kirby Smart said, it shows just how tough that league is.
Yeah.
And I think there was a meeting. It was some key people from the SEC and the Big Ten this week. Yeah. So we don't know what kind of stirring there on what might the future hold moving forward.
Power conference seems to be in sight there.
I know the color that matters every Saturday, and every Saturday that color is green. Yeah. So we'll see what happens.
There is no doubt about that. So we've talked about IA Colonel football. We've talked about high school football. I believe the Generals and Colonels have not quite made their way out yet. The band is on the field, rousing.
The band is on the field.
That's was it the Stanford Cal game?
Stanford Cal game.
And an interesting piece to that, and you probably already know this trivia because you're a sports trivia buff, but neither team, the team that actually won has it in there as a loss, or as a win, and the team that lost has it in there as a win themselves. I think both teams count.
That only happens in college football.
That's right.
Co-national championships and things of that nature. So.
That is right. And we talk about vacated wins and all that stuff. Do you really did Ole Miss really not beat Alabama 2 years in a row? According to the record books, no, but according to every Ole Miss fan, absolutely. I believe as they say their prayers at night, I think they say, "Thank you, Lord, for the 2 wins against Nick Saban." Hugh Freeze struggling at Auburn. Who saw that coming?
Yeah.
But so interesting. We'll see what the coaching does.
The Generals coming back on the field. Looks like the Colonels may be coming back out very soon.
Yeah.
So about a couple minutes left here in this halftime festivities, and I think with 1 minute left on the clock, we'll send it over to the station.
Yeah, as the band comes off the field and the players come onto the field, we'll take our last 2-minute break of the half. On the other side, the second half of IA Colonel football, Washington General is going to be getting the ball. Colonel's going to have to stand up strong to stay in this ball game. You're listening to IA Colonel football on 96.9 Super Talk for the Delta.
Credit card fraud can be a nightmare. While you may not be held liable, especially for larger charges, that doesn't mean that being a victim of credit fraud is a walk in the park. But don't worry, Guarantee Bank has got your back. Our fraud team monitors your card 24/7. If our team suspects a suspicious transaction on any of your GBT debit or credit cards, we'll notify you by text, phone call, or email. Contact your local branch to update your information. Guarantee Bank and Trust, member FDIC.
Hi folks, Brady Smith with Sunflower Lumber and Home Center here to tell you about our company. Since the 1940s, Sunflower Lumber has been in the same location with the same mission we have today. That's customer service and satisfaction to the fullest. Our dedicated, knowledgeable staff is here to work for you, whether adding on to the hunting camp, updating your kitchen or bath, spring cleaning around your property, or replacing your roof. We're your first stop for all your project needs. Stop by today at 204 Highway 82 in Indianola or give us a call at 662-887-1511 and see what shopping local can do for you. That's Sunflower Lumber and Home Center, and go Colonels.
Playing defense doesn't have to be something you do with your bank. On the Community Bank team, our strategy is simple. We're here to cheer you on through every financial play call and every savings celebration. With over 100 years of knowledge and experience, our playbook knows when to run a blitz, call an audible, or throw a monetary Hail Mary. No matter what banking services you need, Community Bank is ready to coach you through it. Community Bank, committed to our community. Member FDIC.
Born and raised in the Delta, we get it. We understand your connection to this land because ours is just as strong. It's not only been our home for 7 generations, but the home of those we care about. We value the natural resources of the Delta and the joy they bring to us. Our goal every day is to nurture and protect those as we continue to provide the best services possible to our customers. That's Gresham Petroleum Company in Indianola and Shaw, and Gresham McPherson Oil Company in Greenwood and Belzona.
And we're back here at Washington School Generals leading your IA Colonels 35-7 as we're about to start the second half. Generals will get the second half kickoff. You got to wonder what the Colonels are going to do here. They're going to try a little onside, try to do a little bit of something different, maybe a short kick, try to put a little bit of a difference in this game here.
Yeah, I think short kick might be an option. Yeah. We saw Tri-County do that last week, and one of the Generals had trouble corralling that ball and almost gave it up. So I don't know if you go full onside here, but maybe that short kick option would be something to try to steal a possession and get in general territory as we start the second half.
Matter of fact, just across the river, I think there was a high school coach that never kicked off. He always onside. I think he ended up coaching at the Presbyterian Blue Hose. I think he won his first game, and then I think he lost the rest. That translated into everything.
Yeah, that's right.
But you just got to figure out some way to try to get the Generals off kilter here. Also going to see who's going to come out on the offensive side. You're going to continue to go with Avis. I mean, he's been effective even though he's the backup. He looks like a starter.
Yeah, I mean, he's a solid, option for the Generals.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a little surprised that he was throwing as much as he did. I mean, he did have the pocket collapse and then a turnover with that. So I think they'll probably stick with the run here to start the second half and try to run this clock, control time of possession, and get out of here with a homecoming win.
And General's going to send, it's going to be Signa and Rance Brown back deep to receive the kickoff. Hagan Sheedy's going to tee it up. And the Colonel's going to come out on the field and get ready to kick this ball off to the Generals, and we're going to see what sort of halftime adjustments have been made. Colonel's trailing 35-7 at this point, looking for a little bit of a glimmer of hope here as the Generals lining up, and the kick is on the tee, and Hagan Sheedy going to step off, get his line ready, and we're fixing to get ready for the second half of IA Colonel football. Refs have blown the whistle, and the ball is live. Hagan Sheedy going to check to the right, check to the left, approach the ball, and we are into the second half. And it is going to be that short kick. Number 7 fields it at the 30-yard line, runs upfield to about the 40, push back to about the 37-yard line. General's going to start the first drive there.
Yeah, it was a high short kick. Evan Harden was number 7 that received it cleanly, kind of ran up mid. Colonels were down on coverage to bring him down relatively quickly. So solid starting field position for the Generals here as they lead 35-7 starting this third quarter.
And that starting quarterback, starting the offensive line, starting running back, and the receivers are all out on the field. So looks like they are going to try to get some momentum back here and get into the end zone. Of course, they're trying to get in one every time, but with your starters, it's going to be more prevalent here. It's 2 receivers to the right, 1 receiver to the left. Max Morgan to the right of Doolittle. Snap's going to be back and over the head, and it bounces right back into his hands. Ty Killebrew chasing him down, gets him right there, and brings him down at the 32-yard line, and that was Blaine Fleming, I believe, comes on top of him as well.
Yeah, just a high snap, went over, and man, if it goes over Doolittle's head, it is a high snap. Yeah. And he was able to grab it and try to make something happen out to the far side on the left. But 2 Colonels there, Ty Killebrew and Blaine Fleming, able to track him down and get him out of bounds. So big play for the Colonels. The Generals start their first drive of the second half at 35-7.
Doolittle wears number 18 like the Mannings, runs more like Arch than Peyton, and he's going to take the snap back, 2 receivers right and 1 to the left, and fake the handoff to Morgan, and he is going to take that run, runs around the left side, and get driven out of bounds about the 40-yard line, but there are yellow and pink flags all over the field.
Yeah, solid run out there by the senior quarterback, but it looks like a hole maybe on that far side. It's going to be the call.
Yeah, that's what it always is, 10 yards back. That's going to be big help for the Colonels there. looks like that's going to be a good start to the second half of this Colonel defense.
Yeah, you got a bad snap and also a penalty back-to-back. So the Generals kind of, if you're Coach Light, you got to kind of get your guys reset and refocus.
Yeah.
You know, when you get a lead like that, you can kind of take your foot off the gas. I know that he's going to not be happy about this execution here from the Generals.
Yeah, Generals are marching back to the 23-yard line. They've got to get to the 38, so 15 yards, 25 yards away from, my math's right, from the first down. They got to get to 48, pardon me. So, 25 yards away from the first down. 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Max Borden to the left, to the right of Doolittle in the shotgun. Snap's going to be back. He's going to roll out to his right, led by Morgan, looking downfield, finds Cigna, caught at the 36-yard line, makes the man miss. Graham Howard able to wrap him down. Actually doesn't. He spins out of the tackle and runs all the way down the field into the end zone, and that's a big catch and run by Cigna, who scores the touchdown, up 42-0, or 41-7 here early in the third quarter.
Yeah, just rolling out, finding the senior to senior on that play, and Ty Cigna has that low center of gravity. He's not very tall as a receiver, but he is thick and low to the ground, and so you cannot tackle him high and try to spin him down. You have to tackle him low, and he made the Colonels pay with those yards after catch and takes it to the house. So the Generals to push them over the goal line for their first touchdown of the second half.
Cigna just carried him like a water pail. It was unbelievable. He was able to spin out of that tackle and run down the field, just shows that speed and gets.
Yeah, it seems like that's kind of a go-to move for Cigna. He did that earlier in the game, kind of spinning down around the goal line and getting it across the goal line. So that's his second touchdown of the night.
Big-time run. It looks like a block coming along the left side to get that extra point. Actually makes it go off to the side, and it's going to be 41-7, 11:15 left. Your Colonels are trailing the Generals. You're listening to IA Colonel Football on 96.9 Super Talk for the Delta.
Stay connected with your community through the Enterprise Tucson newspaper, Sunflower County's ultimate source for local news and updates. From breaking news stories to in-depth features, we deliver the latest happenings straight to your door. Stay informed with Enterprise Tucson. Subscribe in Sunflower County for $33 or $44 outside the county today and never miss a beat. Call 662-887-2222.
Or log on to enterprise-tucson.com/subscribe to subscribe.
Hey, this is Chris McLean with Indianola Electric. We would like to thank our loyal customers for your continued support for the past 36 years. We are in our second generation operating under the same family for over 3.5 decades. As an electrical contractor, we are here for all of your electrical needs, from service and repair to customized automation and controls. We also have a complete motor shop for new or rebuilt electric motors and generators. Give us a call today at Indianola Electric for all of your electrical needs at 662-887-3292.
Back here at Washington School, and Colonels trailing 41-7, 11:16 to go in this third quarter. And we were just up here last night for a soccer game, an emotional day, last soccer game of the season, second round of playoffs for the soccer girls. And also earlier this week, our softball girls headed to North State or to the state tournament. But yeah, first time they've been in years. So, you know, we're making some advancement in our girls' sports and football. We're getting ready to try to get these points back, as it's going to be a kick to the right, and it's going to be fielded at the 30-yard line, and that's going to be Hagan Sheedy, and he's looking up the field. He gets across midfield. Good run back. Gets into Washington General territory at the 44-yard line. Colonel's going to start their first drive there.
Yeah, great return by senior Hagan Sheedy to get across there and get positive yardage to start this drive in General territory. Going to have to execute, not have any penalties here, though. You don't want to go backwards. You want to continue to build momentum, move forward, get some more points on the board here the second half.
Yeah, you know, that first drive started the way the Colonels wanted it to start and ended it the way the Generals wanted it to end. You know, had them backed up third and long, and on the big play, Cigna just runs it in and just deflates that defensive effort, and offense has to come out and score quick. Get back on the right side of the field here. 2 receivers to the left, I formation, and it's going to be Killebrew, I believe, back under center as he's going to call for the snap. He's going to look to his senior running back, hand off to him. He gets back almost to the line of scrimmage. It's going to be a yard short of it, actually. Going to drive him back to the 45-yard line. Loss of 1, second and 11 on the play.
Yeah, Jones Robertson and Peyton Powell in on that stop there for the Generals to push him back. So really no gain there. Maybe a loss of almost 2 for the Colonels.
Yeah.
As they get this first drive of the second half going.
Yeah, 45-yard line. is where they're having their second play, 2nd and 12, we'll call it. They got to get across the 34-yard line for the first down. They're going to go 2 receivers to the left and 1 receiver to the right, and Graham Howard to the right. He's going to send his tight end to make it twins right and left. Bring Hagen Sheedy and isolate over here Evan Burke. Handoff is going to be to Sheedy on that jet run. He's going to be knocked down right at the where the Lures line of scrimmage, and there's a flag thrown up in the air. Could have been a little bit of celebration or something after the play.
She spun back to the middle, and that's where big number 52, the 280-pound defensive lineman Dalen Richardson was there to take him down. So we'll wait and see what the penalty is.
Yeah, I'm with you though, Guy Burke. Although I love, October Breast Cancer Awareness Month. Shout out to my mom. Love you, Mom. I can't spot them as well as I can those yellow flags. I mean, I understand the enthusiasm, support, and whatever, but hey, let's wear wristbands. Let's leave the yellow flags out in the field. And let's wait for the call. It's going to be the white hat, personal foul against the defense. Good. That's going to move the Colonels down the field.
Yeah, automatic first down, I believe.
Mm-hmm. Automatic first down. And they're going to mark it off, we'll see, from the 44-yard line. So that should be.
Yeah, another opportunity for the Colonels to take advantage of. You don't want to pass this opportunity up. Really need to, just for morale's sake, just get across that goal line once again here.
That's right. And 28-yard line is where they're going to set the ball down. 1st and 10 for the Colonels there, as, again, Killebrew is going to be your quarterback. They're going to go trips to the left. Evan Burke split out wide. Graham Howard in the slot. And it looks like Hagen Sheedy there as well, with Fitz Manning to the left of Killebrew in the shotgun. Snap's going to be back and bobbled and picked up, and it's just going to try to make something positive. Able to fall on it. Loss of 4 on the play. Going to be 2nd and 14 at the 33-yard line.
Wasn't necessarily a bad snap.
Yeah.
Don't know if Killebrew was completely ready for it.
I think he was trying to make the move before the ball got in his hands.
Yeah, I think he was thinking ahead and just didn't focus on receiving that snap. So, once again, 1 step forward, 2 steps back for the Colonels. Going to put them behind the sticks again here.
Let's see what the Colonels have here on the 2nd and 14 or 15-yard play. Huddle's breaking. 2 receivers actually going to isolate Evan Burke again, and Graham Howard to the right, and Killebrew in the shotgun with Sheedy to the right of him. And snap's going to be back to Killebrew, and Killebrew is looking across the middle, and again, the big tight end, AC7, going to make the catch, and he's going to hold on to the ball and get down to about the 25-yard line. Sets up a 2nd and more manageable, or 3rd and more manageable, 3rd and about 7 on the
solid catch by AC7. He takes the hit from Parker Brown, along with Evan Harden getting in there, and several of the Generals pile on to bring him down. So positive play for the Colonels. You got to think, hey, do we continue to look the tight ends way? Have had some success there tonight, along with those misdirection plays. Brings up 3rd down and about 5 or 6 here for the Colonels. So obviously 4-down territory. Got to get positive yards on this play.
Yeah, AC7 was out last week. Glad to have him back. He's had 2 big catches tonight. He's going to go out on the right side, trips to the right, isolate Evan Burke here to the left. Killebrew shotgun formation. He's going to roll out to the right, look downfield, and he's looking for AC7 again. Fell short, bounced into his hands. Incomplete. 4th and 7 for Colonel.
Yeah, he had him out there in the flat on the sideline, but the throw was just a little too low for Arthur Cruz to corral and bring in. So it's going to bring up a big 4th down for the Colonels here. Really need this play right now.
Yeah, and what play do you run here is Killebrew is going to be on the sideline talking it over with Coach Nestor. And that ball is on the 25. They've got to get it across the 20 to about the 19, 18-yard line to make sure and get a solid first down. So,
if you know you're going on 4th, maybe you should have ran there and try to get a little bit closer to the first down marker. This is a 4th down in a significant distance here as Killebrew's in the shotgun.
Yeah, bunch formation to the left trips. And a man comes wide open, and the pitch is going to be to Fitz Manning. He's going to get upfield, but not enough for the first down. Driven out of the 21-yard line, and the General's going to take over there on turnover on downs.
Yeah, once again, that's just the running back trying to get to the sideline instead of cutting it upfield. And on 4th down, on any down, really, you just got to get north and south.
Yeah.
We've talked about this over and over, how quick the Generals are to the football. They showed it there once again, and no chance to get that first down. So a turnover on downs for the Colonels.
Yeah, and it's tough when you're catching the ball and there's no sticks on this side. So you don't know where you got to get to. He just hoped he was in the right spot, and unfortunately he didn't quite make it. And the General's going to take over, and let's see who they're going to bring out to run the offense here. Let's see. It's going to be 14. It's going to be Avis again. He's going to take over the duties at quarterback. And there's still going to be Max Morgan, I believe, in the backfield with him as the Colonels are lining up on defense, trying to get a stop on play. 7 minutes and 10 seconds left in this third quarter. Colonels trailing 41-7. There's going to be 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right of Avis, and he's going to hand off to Morgan. Downhill running, gets to about the 29-yard line. About 3 yards short of first down, 2nd and 3 on the play for the Generals.
Yeah, just kind of their standard run package there that they've ran pretty much all night long for whatever they wanted. And another good run by Max Morgan for the Generals to get about 7 yards. So it brings up 2nd down and manageable for the Generals. They want to run this clock and continue to bleed that clock as much as they can.
I will say the Colonels having to make some adjustments on defense. It's not very often you see your running back as a down lineman on defense, as we do see Hagan Sheedy lining up at that defensive tackle position. As 2 receivers to the right, and it's going to be a really interesting flip back. It looked like it was end over end to Avis. He was able to corral it, gets upfield, actually makes positive yardage, almost gets first down on the busted play.
Yeah, the snap would look like it was in slow motion, oddly enough, and it still got back there in time for Avis to make something happen with it. But once again, those snaps keep happening for the Generals. It hasn't hurt them maybe but once tonight. Yeah, and we'll see what comes up with this big third down play.
I tell you what, that's been the theme of the night for the Generals, doing all these kind of magic tricks and weird things, and they end up working out in their favor. That was an end-over-end snap. I've never seen that. And it's going to be
it looked like it paused in midair or something. It really did.
2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Again, Avis with Max Morgan to his left. Snap's going to be back a little high. He's able to corral it, pulls it, and runs it upfield looking for some first down yardage. He finds it, and he's going to get corralled down. Look at the Hagan Sheedy, 47-yard line, short of midfield, but a first down for the Generals.
Yeah, that was the pull play that they did. They have a run option play, and the quarterback pulls that and gets to the outside. It was the same play that senior Prentice Doolittle scored on in the first half. So Colonel's been seeing that for 2 years now, still haven't been able to stop it, and moves the change once again for the Generals.
And it looks like Cygnus coming off the field, and they're going to send in some of the reserves to take over. Again, Avis is going to be your quarterback, and he calls the play to his huddle. And when they break the huddle, they'll be under 5 minutes to go in this third quarter, and they are leading 41-7 over your Colonels. And there's going to be a timeout called, I believe, by the Generals. All right, well, they'll call timeout on the field. We'll take it with them. You're listening to IA Colonel Football on 96.9 Super Talk for the Delta.
Need a little good news in your life? Well, here's the deal. State Farm has new lower car insurance rates in Mississippi, so you can now get the service and convenience of State Farm agent Andy Daniels at an even better price. That's right, State Farm can help you save even more cash and get the good neighbor service you deserve. It's the real deal for car insurance. State Farm agent Andy Daniels is ready to help you save in Indianola. Call Andy today at 662-887-1578. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Hey, Cooper, you know we've been talking about our Pabst Store Robertson floor service for a long time.
Olivia, you know there is a reason the people in the Delta shop with our Pabst.
You know it.
We carry all type of floor, carpet, ceramic, wood, tile, and vinyl plank. We also sand, refinish hardwood concrete, and brick floors.
For all your flooring needs, come see us at Robertson Floor Service.
And get a free Coke. And by the way, the estimates are free.
Robertson Floor Service Indianola, voted the best of the best for 2 years in a row.
And we're back, and the Generals on the 47-yard line of the Colonels, of their own 47-yard line, trying to get across midfield. Avis is going to be the quarterback under center, 1 receiver to each side, and new running back in the game behind him. And then the bobble snap, another theme of the night. Avis falls on it, 2nd and 10 from the 47-yard line.
Yeah, maybe the first time Avis has been under center tonight, and so difficulty with that exchange. So it brings up 2nd down. Able to fall on it at the line of scrimmage, so not really a loss there for the Generals as they move towards midfield here, 41-7 here for homecoming for the Generals.
Yeah, it looks like number 11 is going to bring the play in to 14. One of those wide receivers bringing the quarterback play in. And Avis is going to bring his troops to the line. They're going to send 1 receiver out to the left, 1 out to the right. And again, the new running back in the game, 22, Jones Robertson. And it's going to be handoff to him, and he's going to get good yardage up to about 8 or 9 yards up to the Colonel 44-yard line.
Yeah, just a run up the middle once again. Going to bring up 3rd down and short for the Generals as they get moving to Colonel territory. So the Colonels need to get off that ball and get in that backfield, try to make something happen here to keep them from continuing this drive.
Little side note, Jones Robertson's brother played at IA. Matter of fact, I think he went on to kick in college a little bit, and Jones is actually an avid baseball player, going to do some big things in baseball and football too, as he's a halfback here in the I formation, one receiver each side, as again Avis goes under center, handoff to the fullback, and he's going to get the first down yardage to about the 35-yard line.
Yeah, Alexander Robinson gets that carry. He bobbled it a little bit, so lucky he didn't put it on the ground, but was able to corral it and move it down the field for another General first down as they continue to march into the Colonel territory, up 41-7 here in the 3rd quarter.
You know, under 3 minutes to go here in the 3rd. The Generals taking their time, I believe, just trying to bleed this clock as much as they can to get out here.
Yeah, move from the spread to the I formation and going with a traditional set here, and coming back under center is Avis.
Old school. Again, and back out under center again, Avis going to pitch it back to his running back Robertson, and Carson Miller in the backfield along with, I believe that's Strain Howard, making the tackle there at the 43-yard line. Big loss on the play from those two guys.
Yeah, you know, you bobble the snap, and then you try to pitch, and Carson Miller sees it all the way, and he's able to get out there and bring down the running back for a big loss. So solid play there by Carson Miller, who's had a really decent game tonight with some really good plays.
Absolutely. He seems to always find his way at least once or twice into that backfield, just slicing through. And he's done that a couple times tonight for some big plays. We've called his name a few times.
And there's a penalty, a hold on the Generals.
Declined.
It's declined. So we're going to keep it right here after that loss on that run.
Now I'll take a 5-yard loss and a loss of down as well. Under 2 minutes to go in this 3rd quarter. And, again, under center, one receiver to the left and right. Again, Jones Robertson in the backfield. And a handoff to him and full head of steam up the field. Gets to about the 35-yard line, so about to the original line of scrimmage. Good carry there to get them third and manageable, 3rd and 9.
Going to bring up a passing down here, though, you think. However, they may, view it as 4-down territory, so they may continue to run the ball and run the clock. But a 3rd down and long, so Colonels with an opportunity maybe to get in that backfield once again.
Yeah, we'll see what they have dialed up here. Again, Avis has been throwing the ball very well tonight.
We're just going to see who wants to play for pride, who wants to make a play, and that's what it's going to come down to the rest of this game.
Yeah, these young receivers in the ball game. So I believe there might be another quarterback in the game. We'll get his name and number here in a moment after we call this play. Receiver to the right and to the left. And pitchback's going to be to Jones or Robertson again, and he's going to be ridden down by Graham Howard. And he just jumped on his back. And
Graham Howard read that play, came across the edge, and then Carson Miller comes from his defensive line position and cleans everything up. So a good play by the Colonels to bring up 4th down and extra long here for the Generals.
And Graham Howard jumped on his back like a backpack full of school books is what it felt like to Robertson. It brought him on down.
They're going to bring in the front team. So the Colonels have an opportunity to get the ball back here.
That's a win for the Colonels. Is 43-yard line is where the ball is.
These snaps haven't been great, so we'll see if the Colonels can get back there and maybe get a hand on the ball. You never know.
They haven't. Evan Burke had him a big block earlier this season.
He almost had one earlier tonight.
Yeah. So. And they're looking to the sidelines. I believe the play clock is more than the game clock. So I believe they're going to be happy going to this 4th quarter without punting the ball. And that's actually not going to be the case. The snap's going to be back. And, again, that was a slow-motion snap as well. Going to be fielded and dropped and landed on by, was that Graham Howard back there?
It's Levi
Williamson. So Levi Williamson able to fall on it. We're into the 3rd quarter. You're listening to IA Colonel Football on 96.9 Super Talk for the Delta.
Stay connected with your community through the Enterprise Tucson newspaper, Sunflower County's ultimate source for local news and updates. From breaking news stories to in-depth features, we deliver the latest happenings straight to your door. Stay informed with Enterprise Tucson. Subscribe in Sunflower County for $33 or $44 outside the county today and never miss a beat. Call 662-887-2222.
Or log on to enterprise-tucson.com/subscribe to subscribe.
Hi folks, Brady Smith with Sunflower Lumber and Home Center here to tell you about our company. Since the 1940s, Sunflower Lumber has been in the same location with the same mission we have today. That's customer service and satisfaction to the fullest. Our dedicated, knowledgeable staff is here to work for you. Whether adding on to the hunting camp, updating your kitchen or bath, spring cleaning around your property, or replacing your roof, we're your first stop for all your project needs. Stop by today at 204 Highway 82 in Indianola or give us a call at 662-887-1511 and see what shopping local can do for you. That's Sunflower Lumber and Home Center. And go Colonels.
And we're back here at Washington School. Colonels trailing the Generals 41-7 as we go into the fourth quarter. It looks like there was a penalty called on the play.
Yeah, it was a late flag coming in after the buzzer went off for the third quarter.
Yeah, and he flapped his wings and went both sides. Blew his personal foul on each side, so looks like it's going to drive the Colonels back a little bit.
No, it's not going to be a personal foul on each side. It was probably some penalty against hitting the long snapper.
May have been that.
Because you can't, in high school, you can't hit the long snapper.
That's right. 12-yard line is where the Colonels are going to start. I believe you may have gotten confused and pointed the wrong side first. Anyway, we're going to go in the I formation. Killeberg's going to go under center, two receivers to the left. Handoff is going to actually going to fake the handoff, tuck it, and pull around the outside corner, and Killeberg's going to get about 10 yards on the play. Might have been a first down for the Colonels.
Yeah, solid run by Ty Killebrew. Right there at that first down marker on the far side. He faked the handoff, then just took around the left end and got a solid positive yardage, which was definitely needed. Going to be a little bit short, though. Bring up second down to short for the Colonels.
I will say, the difference between our team and the other teams that we've been playing is a lot of times people put in their 10th graders in reserve time. We're starting some of our 10th graders and some of our 9th graders.
Yeah.
So that's a big difference, and our 10th graders are playing against theirs now, and it's a little bit different. Two receivers to the left and one to the right. Actually, no, empty to the right. It's going to be Sheedy behind Killebrew, who's going to go under center, pitch back to him. He's going to run along the left side, get that first down yardage, and be stood up, but he's not going to be denied. Gets a few extra yards to about the 30-yard line. So first down, Colonels is the 30.
Yeah, Higgins City takes on a whole mess of blue jerseys there from the Generals there. Once again, quick to the ball and making a play, but he was able to secure the ball, get the first down, keep the chains moving on this drive here in the fourth quarter for the Colonels.
He was stood up about 3 yards back and still fell forward about 3 yards.
Yeah, you'd like to see the Colonels continue to fight, now 41-7, maybe get some more points on the board here in this fourth quarter.
Yeah, 10:40 left in the ball game here. Two receivers to the left and empty set to the right. Killeberg's going to go under center with Sheedy lined up behind him in the tailback and fake the pitch to him, and Fitz Manning is going to take the handoff and run off tackle and go up to about the 42-yard line. First down yardage for Fitz Manning. Tough run.
Yeah, very, very tough run. Number 23, Rex Rutherford, was holding him down, and then big number 50, Peyton Powell, came in there to hit it and kind of clean up. So a big, tough run, but enough to move the chains again and get closer to midfield for the Colonels as they're marching this fourth quarter, trying to get some more points on the board down 41-7 here in Greenville.
A little bit of that misdirection you were calling for earlier, and look what it did. It worked for us. 12 yards down the field. Got to be glad to see the Colonels moving, trying to get some moral victory here as we move on to next week, going to West Memphis. A little bit of a long ride up there. It's going to be split backfield behind Killebrew under center, one receiver on each side. And he is looking to the left, and there's a streaking receiver who's going to fall down about the 40-yard line is where the ball lands. The receiver fell down about 43, and the flag comes out.
Yeah, flag on the play there. A little bit underthrown, and Eric Robinson tried to come back to the ball, got clipped by Rance Brown. And it's going to be pass interference against number 10 for the Generals.
Yeah, and that's the kind of the deep ball we were looking for. But it fell short, and Colonels were able to capitalize and get a penalty on the play.
Yeah, we talked about taking those shots downfield to continue to open up the run game, and right there it was able to work, and they're going to walk this off. It'll be another first down for the Colonels and put them in general territory.
That's right. Colonels moving into general territory by way of a penalty. Take it any way we can get it tonight, as we're going to have the ball going to be placed at the 43-yard line of the Generals.
Yeah, you want to keep this momentum going. You don't want a bad snap or a penalty right here. You really need to build on what's been happening here in this fourth quarter.
Two receivers to the left, empty set to the right. Killebrew in the shotgun with sends Sheedy in motion. Fitz Manning going to be to his right. High snap. He's looking to the left side. It's going to be a pitch out to Evan Burke, and he's going to make the catch and fight upfield and get positive yardage to about the 35-yard line. Good gain on first down.
Yeah, the snap guy threw that into jeopardy, but another flag comes in.
He just threw it at Arthur at his feet. I wonder what happened there.
The play was completely over.
Yeah.
So not dead ball, personal foul.
Oh, okay.
Against the General, so that's going to add to it. Killebrew was able to corral that snap and then find Evan Burke out there in the flat. He was able to fight for some yards, and now they're going to tack on this penalty here, this dead ball foul against the General. So Colonel's marching down this field, really needing to get some points on the board here and really focus and break through in this fourth quarter.
And that penalty was thrown at Arthur Cruz's feet, and the defender was nowhere in the vicinity, so I was confused. What did Arthur do?
Yeah.
Fortunately, it happened before. The penalty flag was thrown well before, and we weren't able to see the play that happened. But the Colonels will get great field position from the play. Going to be in the red zone, or right outside of the red zone. Ball's going to be marked right outside the 20-yard line.
Really need to make something happen here off this penalty here.
Two receivers left to the short side of the field, empty set to the wide side of the field. Killebrew under center, going to pitch back to Hagan Sheedy, going to run to the short side of the field, find a lane, and cut back to the inside and get down to about the 4-yard line. So the
just a solid, sweet pitch out to the left. He's able to cut it back, get inside the 5 to bring the Colonels a first down and goal here. Moving forward, as we have about 8:35 left to go in this game.
See what I feel like a dog going for a ride in the car every time I stick my head out this window to look see how much time is on the clock. And hopefully the Colonels can get a score here, get into the end zone, and build some momentum up for next week. Is going to send one receiver out to the right in Graham Howard and one to the left in Evan Burke. And it's going to be just running up the middle. They're going to give him the touchdown.
Quick snap, Ty Killebrew takes it over to the left, had a nice hole over there. Was able to get it across the goal line. 4-yard touchdown run by Ty Killebrew, and gets the Colonels back on the board with 13 points with the extra point coming, down 41-13 now with 8 minutes left to go in this game.
Prime time in for 6. Full PT. All right.
T-bone with the tutty.
41-13, under 8 minutes to go here in this fourth quarter, and Hagan Sheedy is marking off. He's ready to try to kick this through to put an extra point on the board for the Colonels. It is now 41-13. Some personnel changes are happening, trying to get this kick underway here. And he's got 10 seconds on the play clock. Got plenty of time to get set. And snap's going to be back. Hold is down and not kicked at all because there's going to be a flag on play. Feel like they're going to call either too many men on the field or not enough. He's counting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And illegal substitution on the Colonels. So it's going to push them back. Just trying to get one extra point here is going to be a little bit of a difference. 5-yard penalty here going to make the extra point is going to be kicked from the 15, make it a 25-yard extra point.
Well, we got an identical score from last year, 41-13 right now. We'll see what happens with this kick coming up here in just a second as they get reset.
Looks like maybe no. Anyway, we're going to kick it from the 15-yard line. Going to be a 25-yard extra point here. So Sheedy going to test his leg here to get this point on the board. And the snap is back. Hold is down. The kick is up. And it is no good. It had the distance, but missed off to the left. So with 6:42 left in the ball game, Colonel's trailing 41-13. On the other side, we'll see what the Colonel defense can do. You're listening to IA Colonel Football on 92.9 Super Talk for the Delta.
Stay connected with your community through the Enterprise Tucson newspaper, Sunflower County's ultimate source for local news and updates. From breaking news stories to in-depth features, we deliver the latest happenings straight to your door. Stay informed with Enterprise Tucson. Subscribe in Sunflower County for $33 or $44 outside the county today and never miss a beat. Call 662-887-2222.
Or enterprise-tucson.com/subscribe to subscribe.
Hi, I'm Bailey at Bill's Body Shop in Ruleville, and we want to fix your car. We're a family-owned business that has long served the Delta with quality vehicle repairs. My grandfather started this business in 1972 with quality being his top priority. My dad has followed his lead for more than 20 years, proving to be committed to superior work. As a third generation, we are continuing the tradition of exceptional bodywork and excellent customer service. Give us a call today at 662-756-2745. You won't be disappointed.
And the Colonels are lining up for the kickoff, and I believe the Colonel cheerleaders over there doing the church clap right now, getting ready to wrap this one up for the Generals. 5 minutes and 15 seconds left to go. The kick is deep, and it's going to be fielded. It looks like it may have been a fair catch at the 15, 16, 17-yard line. That's where the Generals are going to bring their offense out on the field. Just a lot. Wave your hand and get some extra yardage there, or don't have to worry about any injuries there. Who are they going to send out for the...
I think that's one thing that in the future, I'm not real sure what happens with kickoffs in high school.
Yeah.
You've seen a lot of changes in the NFL, obviously, and even, the kickoffs in college are rarely returned.
Yeah.
So you gotta think, if you're going to think about player safety in high school, some of these things probably need to be shifted a little bit.
That's right. And high school is where the most injuries are going to occur because the level of competition.
Exactly. The disparity between two teams could potentially lead to some difficult injuries. So wonder what the future looks like there.
Yeah, 100%. 17-yard line is where Cashin Doolittle, I believe may have been the little brother of Prentice Doolittle. He's going to go under center. And handoff is going to be to the running back. That may have been Robertson again. He gets up the field about the 19-yard line, 5-yard gain on first down.
Yeah, just quick handoff up the middle. Still in that I formation, traditional set instead of the spread look they had earlier in the game. Just really trying to bleed this clock as we have a running clock here. Colonels are down 41-13, the identical score from last year here on the road in Greenville, trying to wrap up this game.
Yeah, under 4 minutes to go here. Actually only given 3 yards on the play, sets up a 2nd and 7. And going to send one receiver out to each side. Little Doolittle is going to be under center. Jones Robertson behind him in the tailback position. Handoff is going to be up to him, and he's going to run up the field to about the 30-yard line, get enough for the first down, and actually that is number 1 at the quarterback, and I do not have him on our roster.
Yeah, the Colonels were able to corral the running back Robertson up the middle, but he still got enough for the first down as they continue to just wind that clock, let that clock run play after run play for the Generals as they move down the field.
Yep, 30-yard line is where this next play will happen. First down for the Generals. Again, under 3 minutes to go here. I believe it's just trying to round the clock out, get to the homecoming festivities for the Generals, and maybe get home and lick our wounds for the Colonels, get ready for West Memphis next week. His handoff is going to be to Jones. He's going to run around the left side, try to get out of bounds, and he's brought down, and he brings down his own player. That looks like that might have hurt.
Yeah, number 12, Colt Spovido, in on that play, getting him out of bounds, along with a couple other Colonels. So these younger guys getting some reps this week. As we look forward to next week, though, it is a district game. Tonight here is a non-district game. We're 2-0 in district with an opportunity to go to West Memphis next week, maybe be 3-0 in district and come back home to play Canton for a district championship.
After, watching tonight's game, to think that in 2 weeks we may be 3-0 against Canton, who's also undefeated in the district for the championship.
Yeah, they still got a lot to play for. So, got to battle through injuries, got to battle through some difficult losses here on the road. These 2 road games have been tough. You throw in that homecoming loss that we had. So it's been a tough stretch here, but still something to play for the playoffs coming up.
Yeah, both play dead there. Robertson was still running. Refs, realize what we're trying to do, get to the end of the ball game without any further injury to anybody. 3rd and 2 as we tick under 140 to go here. So a couple more plays, and we'll be able to wrap this one in the books and looking forward to next week. General's going to come to the line. Again, Colonel's got their young guys in there trying to make a difference here. Is a 1 receiver to each side, I formation in behind the General quarterback, number 1, and he's going to hand off to number 5, Mitt, directly in the backfield right there. Big play. I believe that's Robertson.
Yeah, Guy Robertson taking down Alexander Robertson.
That's right. Robertson
taking down Robertson.
Brother against brother.
Say that 3 times.
That's right. Morgan.
Robinson taking down Robert.
Yeah. You ever listen to that commercial on Morgan?
Unfortunately, we had to listen to those commercials.
Morgan. Yeah. But anyway, so 4th down and 3, and it's going to be 48 seconds left on the clock. and General's trying to seal this one out with the I formation, one receiver to each side. And handoff is going to be the fullback, and he's going to barrel his way. Good first down yards. I believe that's probably going to be the last play of the ball game. Under 40 seconds to go. Speaking of lawyers, my favorite one is, I'm sure I'm glad I called Mike Boyd. Morgan & Morgan, Boyd, Mike Boyd, all those things. And luckily we'll get out of here. Looks like our team is going to be okay as far as injuries go. I think we have one or two to discuss maybe next week as we roll into West Memphis. As tonight they're shaking hands at midfield. Wrap this one up for the Generals on their homecoming night. On the other side, we're going to talk a little bit about what we got upcoming, what we saw tonight. It's 41-13 is your final here at Washington School. On the other side, we'll talk about those things. You're listening to IA Corona Football on 96.9 Super Talk for the Delta.